here. Fiber beans. Fiber beans. Jelly beans. Fiber beans. What's up, everybody? What's going on? Gabriel, what's up?
What's going on?
Everybody, this is my good buddy Gabriel, and he is with me to talk about the 80s and 90s. Probably a topic that we actually really like talking about every single time. It always comes up. It's one of those things where when we go out and we're like, do you remember back in the 90s? So that's what we're going to do here with you guys. Join us, talk with us. And I've got a book here where I'm going to ask my buddy some questions that I prepared for him today. So this should be fun. We'll start off.
Let's go.
Look at he can't see my questions. I got hold. It's actually nothing written down. It's just pictures. I'm just looking at the pictures. Gabe, why don't you tell everybody how old you are?
Shit. I'm old, dude. 42.
42?
Yeah.
Ah, you're old.
Fucking dirt, dude.
How old? So what year were you born then?
78.
Damn, 78.
Yes, sir. So I've lived some decades.
So you were a full blown kid in the 80s.
Yeah.
Growing up, you actually got to.
I saw Empire Strikes Back in the theater.
Woo! That is awesome. Empire Strikes Back in the theater.
Yeah, I saw it in the theater. I was little. I don't remember. I remember Return of the Jedi though, because we went.
You didn't see that one?
I remember watching that in the theater.
Damn.
Yeah.
Seeing Star Wars in the theater. Was it packed though? Was it just anticipating everybody was there?
Nah, man. It wasn't like today.
So were there more fans after the fact then? Is what happened?
Yeah, well, like theaters just didn't get like that. A lot of people didn't go. Like, so they would go opening night. Like, I didn't. I don't remember how long it was out, but we went to go see it.
You were just a young buck, and your parents had to take you. They weren't like gonna take you opening night on it.
Nah, man. The opening night was crazy, but it only got like that. Like, I guess in New York or in Cali, because like I never saw anyone dress up for movies until like Pokemon and shit like that.
What is probably your best year in the 80s? What is one of the the best times in the 80s that you can remember?
Best time in the 80s, man. MTV, when it was just music videos.
It was just pure music videos.
Yeah, basically Madonna, Prince, and Michael Jackson, like nonstop on MTV. But
do you remember MTV2?
Yes.
That used to actually be pretty good, but MTV2 was more like came out in the 90s?
I think so, like late 90s.
Late 90s?
Yeah.
Dude, I remember when MTV was like that. I remember watching Beavis and Butthead. Now, at a young age that I probably shouldn't have been watching it at, but you know.
Yeah, we compared it now, it wasn't shit.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
It wasn't anything like that.
No, of course not. But yeah, now I don't even know. Is MTV even still on? Do they still have MTV?
But I think all they do is shows like Catfish and.
Where they show those people who fucking pretend to look like something else?
Yeah, well, also I know they play like ridiculousness of that Raw Deer show like 20 hours a day. Like, put on MTV. That's what's on.
You just finished watching Ridiculous. Up next, Ridiculousness.
I think that's all they play, that and Catfish. I don't play nothing else.
So you were born in 78.
Yeah.
So how old were you? 88, you were 10 years old.
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I was good at math still. All right, I can still add.
Good one, Joe. Good one.
Damn, I wasn't born until 85, but I remember memories from like 4 and 5 years old. I remember seeing Batman when it came out, the Michael Keaton Batman.
Yeah, that was the first movie I remember not being able to watch for a long time because the lines were too long.
Really?
Yeah, they were sold out. Like, because back then you couldn't like buy your ticket online. Like, you had to go to the theater. You had to call you either had to call the movie phone line or you had to look at the newspaper for showtimes. And then you had to go, and all the theaters were like in the mall. So like, it wasn't like a
Westlake Mall.
Yeah, but I was watching it in Corpus. It came out, and when it came out, like I was on vacation break in Corpus. Mm-hmm. So I remember trying to see it, and I couldn't. And then I had to see it after the holidays. And I saw that.
Did you have one of those phones, the ones that had the cord, but it was like see-through phone, and it had like the pink and like yellow and neon blue?
No,
like
my sister, I bought one for my sister back in the day. That was like late 90s. I was already.
That was 90s?
That was 90s.
Did you have a cell phone? Did any of your family members have a cell phone?
I was the first to have a cell phone.
Were you?
Yeah.
And that was when?
Fucking 1990.
That was probably
96.
I'm already talking about the 90s because that's probably the earliest stuff. Most of the stuff I remember.
Yeah.
That's fine. What music do you remember listening to in the 90s? I'm sorry, the 80s.
Everything was like Prince, Michael Jackson, and Madonna. Like,
Prince, Michael Jackson.
But like as I got older, like in the late 80s, I really got into like a lot of the new wave. So that was
The
all.
Cure? You were into The Cure?
The Cure, the Smiths, Duran was doing pop at the time, Depeche Mode. So all that Information Society, like basically like
hell yeah, pure energy.
16 Candles, like John Hughes films was basically the 80s.
Oh, okay.
Except that was like rich white kids. Not everyone was rich white kids.
The Breakfast Club,
Yeah.
16 Candles, Weird Science.
Yeah.
Was Weird Science
Weird Science is.
Was 16 Candles? Were any of those that I listed in the 80s?
Yeah, all
They
of
were,
them.
right? Those were 80s?
All of them.
I think I know.
Yeah, Weird Science, Breakfast Club, but like, yeah.
Dude, Weird Science was actually a pretty good movie. I haven't seen. You know what? I'm gonna put that down on my list to watch. I'm gonna watch Weird Science.
It's still good.
It's still good, right?
It's still fucking good. It's fucking hilarious.
They fucking put the panties on their head and shit.
Yeah, dude. Like, honestly, like the movies in the 80s kicked ass.
They did.
Because as the 90s ended, like, I don't want to say movies suck because like, I love going to the movies and they still make really good movies. But like, there's too much in it. And if it's not realistic, everyone's like, oh, well, this and this. And back in the 80s and then early 90s, you could just suspend belief. So like, all through the 80s and 90s, you can believe that someone with a thick Austrian accent was like the highest level clearance American assassin. Like, fuck if he had an accent and talked like a foreigner, you couldn't understand what he's saying. He had the top clearance for U.S. government activity.
Are you talking about Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Dude, I'm talking about Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh.
He's like the best commando, all this shit. Dude, come on, dude.
I'm American.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Dude, like, send him the top secret FBI, like, we'd give him clearance for that shit. But it didn't matter in the 80s. It's
I
all
was
good.
born in the United States.
Like, the bad guys didn't have to be menacing. Like, right now, every bad guy in a movie is, like, super terrorism. And back then, it was as simple as, like, oh, he's a corrupt executive.
Yeah.
Like it's stupid shit. Like Commando. Fucking love that movie. But the bad guy was, like, an overweight dude that wore, like, chainmail. And he had a fucking knife and a fucking porn stash. And he was the big bad guy that you had to go through. So you have, like, Arnold Schwarzenegger and then the ultimate dad bod. And that was supposed to be, like, the crucial fight. But only in the 80s. Only the
80s that existed.
Fuck yeah. Matrix ruined everything.
The Matrix ruined everything?
Fuck yeah.
Why?
Because, like, when they did the Matrix, they had to study, like, jujitsu and all these fighting scenes so that they could fight for, like, realistic. Back then, like, if they had a sword fight, like, look at the Star Wars and then the old ones. Like, the old ones, they're like, literally, like, swinging the lightsabers to hit each other on purpose. And over there, they're, like twirling acrobatic and shit. They had to go to jousting school and learn how to fence, and they had to do all this shit. And they spent years in prep of training. And then back then, it was like, fuck it, dude. Like, if you're in shape, you're in shape. If you're not, that's cool. You got a stunt double.
Why does Gabe sound echoey? Oh, you know what? I didn't even look at all the comments, guys. Sorry about all that. We just skipped all you guys. See, Elizabeth said no stars option. That's okay. Hi, yes, it's beer time. Yeah, what's up, Drunk Wizard? Israel.
What's up?
I've been waiting all week for this. What's up, fellas? Thank you for stopping by. It's real hard for us to look at the actual camera because there's like a big light on it. So like if I'm talking to you and I'm looking like at the wall, which is what it looks like, I'm actually talking to you. Yes, Michael Keaton, Batman. Yeah, best Batman ever, by the way.
Nah, I still go Christian Bale.
Tron? Fuck yeah, I remember Tron. But when was that? That was like what, mid 80s? Tron?
That was in the 80s too, but I never as a kid I didn't like it.
You didn't like Tron?
No, because I didn't like the game. Like, I didn't really like playing the game. And then when the movie was like black and white,
You just had to cross. You couldn't cross streams.
No,
you couldn't cross the yellow stream.
Yeah, never.
Prince is awesome. MJ2. MJ. See, Ghostbusters, of course. Ghostbusters.
Oh, that shit goes hard. There's sequels coming out, and I'm excited for it because it seems like a little on that like horror side that the first one had.
The horror side.
The horror side.
Ready for the horror side. Let me see. I'm trying to update my feed on my end so I can see comments because I was looking at it while the whole time we're talking. And I was like, damn, nobody's saying shit to us. I was like, all right, cool. But then I realized that my phone isn't loading all the comments. So Drunk Wizard said hello, Gabe. He said what's up, and then Iz was watching, and he said Tron Legacy. Is Tron Legacy the new one?
Yeah, I liked it better than the old one.
Yeah, Tron's fucking awesome.
Well, like the technology caught up to actually make Tron.
How does Gabe sound now? Does he still sound echoey? Can you make sure? Israel said you sound echoey, but I don't know if that's just because of just bad feed at that one point in time. Tommy sells seashells. We're gonna check this. I'm gonna check this on my feed. So now I gotta wait for you to say something, Gabe.
Right now or what?
Hey, when you lean to your side, the text will help us.
When I lean to my side,
Yeah.
you can see my fat.
No, because you look like
Everybody say hi.
Yeah, you look like you're.
Oh no, we're good. The volume's good.
You look like you're trying to hide it at work.
Who is it? Whose volume is messed up? Mine or Gabe's? But let me see the rest of the comments. Yes, the new one. What is another movie? You remember yesterday we were talking about Eddie Murphy. You forgot about Eddie Murphy.
Oh, dude, Eddie Murphy.
Can you do his laugh?
No, I can't. I don't know how.
That famous.
I can't. I can't. That sounds stupid. No, Eddie Murphy's movies are amazing. Then they suck now.
Yes.
They suck now.
You yesterday I had to stop you from talking because we were about to talk about an extra 45 minutes if I let you go into it. But you talked about Trading Places. We talked about 48 Hours.
Trading Places is like one of my all-time favorite movies.
That's
like if
fucking-
it's on TV, I will fucking stop what I'm doing and watch it. Like if I'm clean, I fucking stop.
So the original Coming to America had the Mortimer and
Yeah.
what's his name? So there was what is
It's like it's tied in the movies in the same world.
yeah, the same world movies, yeah.
Yeah. And I didn't even realize it as a kid. I didn't realize until I started watching it as an adult.
Israel, the subjects today are the 80s and 90s, bro. We're talking about anything we can remember about the 80s and 90s. We're trying to keep it in that subject, but obviously, like stuff like Tron is recent, but it's it ties into the old Tron and stuff like that. E.T. from the 80s.
That movie scared the shit out of me.
Elliot.
That scared the shit out of me as a kid. Like I saw it in the theaters and it scared the shit out of me. Like I had nightmares and I stopped eating Reese's Pieces like for the longest fucking time.
Reese's
Dude,
Pieces.
seriously, like cause I had them at the movies and I stopped eating it like halfway through because of the fucking movie. And then I didn't eat Reese's Pieces for a long ass time after that.
That movie never scared me when I saw it.
Well, you weren't a little kid like I was.
I mean, you saw that movie as a little kid. I didn't see it as an adult.
No, but I saw it like I must have been like 5 or something in the theater watching it.
I mean, I probably saw it like at 5 years old too, when at home.
I mean, it don't scare me now. It scared the shit out of me as a kid.
He had his finger, Elliot.
Actually, you want to know this movie? I think it came out in the late 80s was Child's Play. That movie scarred me.
Which one?
Child's Play.
Oh,
I'm
dude.
scarred for life, dude. Like, if there's a My Buddy doll, like if someone at the store has a My Buddy doll.
Why are you
I walk
taking my
the other
story?
way.
That's my story.
No, dude.
I have the worst story about that, but I'll let you.
Dude, someone gave my son a My Buddy doll.
What happened?
1 second. 1 second. Okay.
All right, we back on.
You should be.
You have the
Yes.
mic. We need it right here.
I put boost on it on.
So then it's good. We're good. Everybody's good. Can everybody hear us?
Yeah, like someone gave my son a My Buddy doll. It was their son's,
Mhm.
and that shit stayed in the trunk. And one day, like we were driving around, and one of my wife at the time, her friend got it, and
What do you want me to do?
Tilt it closer to him.
she like
Which one? This one? Mine? Okay.
she like threw it at the front seat while I was driving. Scared the shit out. I threw it away, dude. It didn't go in the house. I refused. It was like a hand me down from like second generation, and that shit went in the dumpster because fuck that.
You know, I have a similar story to that. So I was terrified as a child when Child's Play came out. Right, I saw it and I was fucking just like freaked out. But mine was even worse because for some reason, for Christmas, I got a My Buddy doll.
Fuck that,
Dude, I had just seen it. I swear to God, it was a cruel joke. It was a cruel joke. I swear to God. Now that I think about it, I think they did that shit on purpose, right? I got it. That thing I would put in the closet. I even tried throwing it away, right? And then they would take it out and they would put it back. I was like, I did not want that thing, and my mom was pissed. She was like, y'all showed him that stupid movie, and I bought this thing for him Christmas. And I was fucking scared as shit of that doll, dude. I was scared I could not sleep, dude, because of that doll. But yeah, after a while though, then they came out with the rest of the movies, and they started getting not scary. The first and the second one were the scariest ones. Child's Play and
but
Child's
I
Play
didn't
2.
like the second one. Like I kind of like saw it like little bits and pieces, but fuck that. Like the first one, I'm like, this ain't that bad. Dude, even as an adult, like I walk to my car at night and I still check the back seat to make sure Chucky's not in that motherfucker. Dude, what fucked me up it wasn't the doll and it wasn't any of that shit. It fucked me up that scene where he's fucking stabbing through the bottom of the chair. Because I'm like, he's a doll, like kick his ass, like just throw him away. Like, well, nah, dude, that's like through this chair. Like, dude, that'll fuck you up. Like you don't even know. That's the part that I was just like, fuck all that. Chucky sucks ass, dude.
What do you call it? I remember that part when I see it now, like when they show it, and he's like, the mom has the doll at the end, like it's Coach and Auntie Lulu, and she's like, if you don't talk right now, I'm gonna throw you in the fire. And he's like this, and he's like, you fucking bitch, I'm gonna kill you.
Fuck that, dude. Like, and I tell everybody, anyone that knows me knows, I have 3 fears in life: tornadoes, roaches, and Chucky. That is it, dude. Like, fuck all that.
Yeah, Drunk Wizard said that the first and second ones are classics. I agree with that one. Those are the only 2 good ones, though.
Yeah,
those are the only 2 good ones. Because the other ones after that weren't great. Let me see. Gotta make sure we see the comment feed here. Beverly Hills Cop. I feel like I missed so many comments, guys.
Dude, Beverly Hills Cop is gold.
Yes, Rose. We're really talking about Chucky. We're talking about everything 80s and 90s, and obviously Chucky fits into that category. If you don't like roaches, then you can't come to my house. That's what Israel said.
Nah, fuck that.
That's
like,
funny.
I'd rather someone hold me up at gunpoint, like, and I'll give you a little bit of a fight. But if you hold like a roach in your hand or something, you can fucking have whatever you want. Like, I don't give a fuck.
You know, I was just thinking about going back to the Chucky. I probably could talk about the differences in there. I saw that I rewatched Chucky actually maybe this past year. I think I rewatched it, and one of the scariest scenes that I remember, and then even gave me a flashback when I was young, was when the mom she had the doll and the doll was talking, right? When Chucky was talking, he said something like, "I'm Chucky, wanna play?" Right? And so she put it down, and this was already like speculation about like the doll was alive and like she didn't believe her son and all that. And then she goes to get the box, right? And she goes to throw it away. And when she's throwing away the box, the fucking batteries for the toy fell out of the box. And she's like, and you know, they did it quick so you didn't see it. And then when she picked it up, that's when they showed you that it was the batteries, right? Because you're like, what fell out of the box? And it was like, boom, she picked it up and it was the batteries. And she was like, and then that's when she goes to the doll, right? She puts the batteries like on the counter or in a pocket. And then she goes to Chucky, right? And she picks him up, right? And she's looking. And then she turns him around all slowly. Like, they did it so dramatic. They turned him around, and then, like, she picks up his shirt. And then she opens the thing. There was no fucking batteries. And then the fucking Chucky turns his head around.
Oh, fuck that, dude.
And then she fucking dropped it right, and he fucking rolls underneath the sofa. And of course, in every scary movie, somebody makes a stupid decision, right? She's like, and then she like slowly like looks for him under the fucking sofa, and he's not there, right? I just remember that part. I was like, dude, that was the scariest part.
All right, bro. So I think your trauma and my trauma are different because I won't watch that movie still. Fuck all that.
I overcome my fears, Gabe.
No, fuck that.
You have to overcome your fears.
Fuck that.
And then that starts off by you watching that shit.
Hell, fucking no. Fuck
Right?
my buddy.
Excuse me?
Fuck my buddy and Chucky.
Oh, I think you said fuck my buddy. I was like, what buddy? You're sick. I won't do that, sir.
I don't fuck with Chucky.
I never watched Freddy Krueger. I think I've seen Freddy Krueger maybe like once or twice, and I guess it was kind of scary. But I didn't watch Freddy Krueger as a kid, to be honest. I watched it already older. I watched Freddy Krueger like when I was 12, but I wasn't scared.
I saw them when they were like on video, but like the first one was scary. The second one I didn't like because it wasn't even about like Freddy really. Like Freddy? It was totally different from any of the other concepts.
Friday the 13th, any of those movies? Did you watch any of those?
Nah.
I never got into Jason or Freddy Krueger.
I never got into Jason at all.
I think Chucky messed it up for me at a young age, and it kept me away from all those movies. I was always, and I think you're probably the same as me, just into more like the comedy, the comedy drama. Like just fell in love with comedy movies.
Yeah.
Anytime someone's like, I want to watch a scary movie, I'm just like,
comedy and action. I love, but it's like on the horror movies. It's like I don't know. I don't like that feeling. I don't like the feeling of being startled or scared. Like I don't think it's great. So it's like I don't have a good time at the theater, like watching them. And then especially movies where like you see like the perspective of the killer. You don't really see the killer to the end, and then like the monster or whatever it is, and they end up looking stupid as shit. Like in the story's like dumb.
Yeah.
So then I just kind of like.
Yeah, I not a big fan of horror movies, but like the newer ones, they have like the jump scare, like they startle you, like the person is like about to walk to, like if it's a like in Scream, like if the phone rings and then they go to the door and as soon as they open it, like the friend jumps in the front of the scene. Hey, what are you doing? And
yeah. Well, you know what? Like I'm not a fan of horror movies, but Scream. The Scream movies I liked. Well, the first one I really liked because I thought it was kind of original.
I did.
Of a slasher film.
Yeah, it was original, and it wasn't scary in the sense like supernatural scary. That was more like crime thriller.
Yeah, that one and the Saw, the Saw movies. Mm-hmm. I liked them because I thought that was kind of
that wasn't too bad.
Interesting too. And then they did like fucking 50 million movies, and they all took place within a span of like 2 weeks.
I recently just saw Midsummer. I always call it Midsommar. Midsommar. What, Liz? How do you pronounce it?
What?
Midsummer.
Midsummer.
Yeah.
No, summer.
Summer.
Yeah, the one with
the cult.
The convent or
the convent.
Yeah.
Dude, that movie was pretty interesting.
Yeah, she fucked him up.
Have you saw it? You saw the movie? Like it wasn't. I thought it was gonna be a little bit more scary. It was a little demented, like at the beginning when they showed the sister.
Yeah.
Spoilers. Spoiler alert. But it was demented, kind of like when they showed the sister, and then like the way she killed the parents in the beginning. Yeah. She taped up the fucking door, and then they showed her with that thing in her mouth. I was like, God damn, that's how you're gonna start this movie? Okay.
Yeah, like movies like that don't bother me. It's that whole like giant animal hornet looking things, like just weird shit.
Yeah. So I didn't understand how just staying on that movie. Since you saw it, now I'm gonna ask you to explain it to me. I'm just saying, but you know that part where like that happened with the family, and then it goes in transition to that. I don't understand how that correlates anything to the rest of the movie. Now that I think about it,
I didn't know either. Like I watched it because I wanted to keep seeing what happened.
Yeah,
but I didn't really. Like it.
Yeah, I didn't think it was a bad movie. I'm trying to think about it, and as I think about it now, I think after that happened, she was so dependent on people. And then at the end of the movie, like she kind of like had like people like giving her the attention and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
and then maybe like that like ended her dependency. And it was weird because like she smiled at the end of it. Like
Yeah, it was weird because it's like I'm independent now. Like I totally got my boyfriend.
I got my family back. Pet Cemetery, Halloween. Pet Cemetery was okay. That wasn't a bad movie. And
you know what? And I'm weird. I'm in the minority. I don't like Stephen King movies.
Yeah.
There's not one that I've watched and been like, that's a bad idea. His stories, like I could see why they're like short story novels that he wrote. Because, like, I remember thinking I was gonna watch Sleepwalkers because I was like, that movie's gonna be badass, and I was like, they're fucking cats that can be killed by cats. Like,
best topic ever.
I was like,
that is a great idea for a movie.
I'm just thinking about the pitch.
Yeah.
Like, so there's these people and they turn into cats and it's incestuous. The mom fucks the son.
Yeah.
And they don't like cats because cats can kill them.
That's right. I fucking forgot about the. I was saying Pet Cemetery and it didn't snap, but yeah, then I remember.
And then they're writing the script and she's like, no, check this shit out. So she gets the corn on the cob and stabs him in the fucking ear with an ear of corn. Like, get it? The ear in the ear? and then what happens? And then she says, make sure to eat all your vegetables. And then the whole boardroom was like, fuck yeah, let's do that. Green light.
Brilliant.
Dude, seriously, like I can picture them giving this guy's brilliant. Like, fuck off. Dude, they were corny. Those movies are
but those were good ideas. All the movies like that were ideas.
They had ideas back in the 80s. I'll give it that. The 80s and 90s, there was ideas.
You know what I like about the movies like them, like RoboCop and those type of movies, is that there was no filter for it. Like, we saw RoboCop as a kid. Like, our kids let us see RoboCop as a kid.
Oh, dude, my mom let me watch Revenge of the Nerds. I didn't know what a bush was. When I watched it, like, I thought hair pie was a funny joke as a kid.
You know, it just goes to show, like, if RoboCop came out today, some people are going to complain about RoboCop.
Oh, you can't do shit today.
No, you can't.
Like, you can't.
And it ruins movies.
But it's not even just that. It's like I was saying, like, The Matrix made everything. Like, the movies is like history. Like, you have BC and AD, you know, in your timeline. Well, like, in movies, you have before The Matrix and after The Matrix. Because now, if you're in an action scene, you have to learn how to fight. You need to learn karate, jujitsu. You need to do 6 months of combat training. Keanu does John Wick, and he's got to go to combat training, and he's got to learn how to do firearms and learn how to hold a gun and how to load ammo and how
it's got to look realistic.
It's got to be real, because if not, they don't, like, everyone calls it out. It's like, oh, that's so fucking fake. Like, seriously, dude? Like, yeah, because
you're watching a movie about a fucking simulation, bro, and that's what you're gonna say looks fake.
Oh, that looks so fucking fake.
It's fucking just like Jurassic Park.
Like, no one's gonna kill all those guys with that form. Like, you know what I mean? And then you have movies that like even today's movies. Like, I love Christopher Nolan movies, but he pisses me off.
Dude, I love Christopher.
Dude, I don't like Tenet.
I haven't seen it yet.
I won't like Tenet, and I'm sorry. I've seen it 3 times, and there's 2 different people in it. Like, there's the people that say they like. There's the people that kind of get it or they don't like it, and then there's liars. Because unless you're like an astrophysicist, you don't fucking understand the plot. I don't give a fuck what you say. You can't explain it. You can't. I've seen it 3 times and you can't. It's kind of like when you watch what's the other one? Matthew McConaughey. Interstellar.
Great movie.
Okay, yeah. But how the fuck did the wormhole come? Because it came from them. But how did they get there if Matthew McConaughey had to send the fucking coordinates?
Yeah.
So how did they get there?
It's a paradox, bro.
Exactly. Because Christopher Nolan thinks
so all you gotta say is paradox.
Dude, it doesn't matter.
All you gotta say is paradox and I shut you down.
I guess.
No, it's a paradox.
Fuck it. I guess you need a PhD to watch a Christopher Nolan movie now.
Inception was a
but
great one.
They're getting more and more complicated. But that's the problem. Before in the 80s, all you needed was a fucking idea. Like, Hulk Hogan was in the No Holds Barred. The bad guy was a TV executive. He didn't fucking kill anybody. And he was this fat Slav executive. He was just like a real sleazeball executive that, like, takes, you know, hey, got a board meeting afterwards. Let's hit the strip club.
and
Yeah.
violate a few strippers. He's that slimy executive. That was the bad guy that Hulk Hogan had to like overcome. And I'm like, seriously?
Yeah, and
But
now,
hey, that was the 80s.
that
That was
was
the 80s.
that was a great time.
That was the 90s.
Do you remember Drunk Wizard? He said the Steven Seagal movies. I like Steven Seagal movies as a kid. Honestly, 10 years old watching Steven Seagal movies.
I still like his
I
old
like.
movies.
I did. I liked his old movies.
I like them. I don't like I fell into like the ones he did with like DMX and all that shit. Like the was it Cradle to the Grave or
Oh yeah,
Exit Wounds.
Exit Wounds. Yeah,
He did like 2 movies, but you could tell he was already fat
yeah.
because instead of showing him actually do shit, like
He was
do
just
crap,
moving his heart.
it was just like quick camera motions and hands, and I was like, all right, dude, I could do that.
He just stood still, but he like they changed the angle like with his hands.
Yeah. It was like you can tell they spent the camera for that shit because he can't do it without like fucking dying.
Dude, he. What
But
were
I
some
love
of
his
his
movies.
There was above the. Was it above the law?
Marked for Death was the one with the Jamaican like voodoo gang.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and Above the Law. I think it was Above the Law or something like that.
Above Under Siege.
Under Siege is kind of
That
That's when he
wasn't-
got like big.
Under Siege.
Yeah, he
That
got
was-
big off of like Marked for Death in those movies,
Mhm.
and then Under Siege, and then he spent like I think it was called Executive Order or some shit like that. He spent like 5 minutes in that because he died first. Some Kurt Russell movie.
Did you watch? Did you watch 80s? I mean 80s. Did you watch 80s in the 80s?
I saw it every year.
Did you watch wrestling in the 80s? Or did you watch wrestling at all? in
I
general?
did.
You look like you're
I
a
watched it in
wrestling
the
guy.
80s, and then
You look like you're.
and
a
then
wrestler.
friends pulled me into it when the whole like
It's not fake, bro.
NWO.
You're one of those guys, right? Where you said it wasn't fake.
I didn't think it was when I was a kid, and then when I was older,
They had him like this by the hair, right? And they were holding. The...
and then when I was older, I was like, this shit's stupid.
Well, of course, you grew up. Some people are still fucking looking at it like, yeah, this shit ain't fake. But they do a good job of though, like when they fucking do the flips and they land on them. I mean, you gotta be somewhat talented and coordinated.
No, you gotta be athletic and stupid, but yeah, it's like they're on level. They're just athletic versions of Johnny Knoxville,
You think so?
dude. Because they're super athletes.
Hi,
but
I'm Hulk Hogan, and this is Jackass.
You gotta be like, something's gotta be wrong with you to think I'm gonna fucking body slam him through a 20-foot cage. And the guy's like, yeah, I could do that.
All right, I'm gonna pick you up by your neck, and I'm gonna twist you around, and I'm gonna land right on top of you. Okay, go ahead. I'm ready.
And when I land, hit me with a chair. Cool, bro. We got it. Like, fuck all that, dude. Like, can you imagine being in the, like, when you're going over how the fight's gonna go, they're gonna be like, hey, I'm gonna let you get to the very top of the ladder, and then right before you grab the belt, I'm just gonna fucking knock the ladder over.
Ooh.
It's gonna be cool. You're not only gonna fall off the ladder, you're gonna fall outside of the ring. So that's like another 3 feet.
The only thing that I give them credit for when they do, because obviously, yes, I'm sure they hurt themselves when they fall down.
Oh, they get hurt all the time.
Yeah, I'm sure they hurt, and it hurt, owie, but to control their fall, controlling their fall, they'll fucking break their neck.
Well, I'm sure that's what they learn. They learn how to do all that shit in like wrestling school.
If you catch yourself falling on your head, you're gonna have a bad time.
But I mean, there's got to be a loose screw for you to be able to agree to half the shit they have to do. Like, something's got to be fucked up mentally with you. Not just like, hey, I fucking like this. Like,
Yeah.
fuck that. Like, Steve-O, that dude's not right in the head.
No, of course not. None of those guys.
Yeah.
Are. Those guys are fucking.
They're like wrestlers, dude. They're just like fucking wrestlers.
Yeah, but the guys on Jackass are ridiculous.
Really? That's ridiculous?
I mean, some of the shit they do.
So the shit like
They'll put a-
Mankind did?
They'll put a firecracker in their ass.
There's wrestlers that get fucking body slammed on razor wire. Fuck that, dude.
They throw tacks on the.
Tax and like, fuck all that.
Whose idea was that? Like, how can we make this look more dangerous, but not?
I
kill
would be like
ourselves?
the shittiest wrestler because they be pitching ideas that I'd be like, hey, what if we just like wrestle? like in the Olympics. And we'll win, but we're not gonna do none of that shit. They'd be like, "How about this, this, and this?" I'd be like, "Yeah, that's cool." How about none of that? Hey, we just stay in the ring and we pretend to hit each other a lot.
Let's put like 4,000 thumbtacks on the ground. I'll drop you on it. They'll go inside your skin and it'll hurt, but they won't kill you. The big thing is they're not long enough to kill you. You'll just get like 1,000 cuts.
You know, I'd be like, "What about if you started throwing me and then I stop and I turn it around and throw you?" Because then the crowd's not expecting it, and then that would be fucking badass. That'd be the rest of Iowa. Dude, how about if I stop it midway and then turn it around and like reverse it and throw you down?
Yeah, like they're like, no. Yeah, you know what? Let's get rid of that idea.
Yeah. Like,
Who's your favorite wrestler?
My favorite wrestler was the Ultimate Warrior.
The Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah.
I never was into wrestling, so I don't even know.
Well, now I go back and I watch like little shit on YouTube, and I'm just like, that's so fucking.
The Undertaker.
I actually saw his first match. I bought that pay per view.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Dude, I remember.
I used to get pay per views.
Do you remember Spurs games were on pay-per-view?
Fuck yeah.
Fuck. This is how we do it.
Dude,
I remember.
They're the reason I bought fucking illegal boxes so that I could watch.
I
games.
remember people used to fucking show up at your door.
Oh, I'm sorry. We called them illegal back in the 80s and 90s. Jailbroke them. I remember we jailbroke the boxes.
We bought some jailbroke boxes, and did you ever get the one that had the card in it, the box, and you would have to put the card?
No, I always had the
those were
Time Warner,
yeah,
or Paragon.
So they had some where after that point, where you have the boxes, and they would have like some type of card that was programmed, and you would have to put it in, and then it would play like for a certain amount of time until they figured out that you were fucking still in their access. And you would have to get these cards inserted, so you kept the same box, but you would have to get get interchangeable cards from like whoever was fucking working at the company, and just jigging it and getting these free cards.
No, I never did those. I just had the illegal box. We paid $200 for Paragon illegal box.
Dude, I remember the only pay-per-view I remember that my family actually, because we were dirt poor for sure when I was a kid, but I remember the one pay-per-view we got is when the Spurs were playing the Houston Rockets in '96.
I was probably at that game. Was it Game 5?
I don't remember which game it was.
Game 7. 6.
I just remember the Spurs lost, and I think it was probably Game 6.
No, 7. Well,
it was whatever when they were here in San Antonio.
Yeah, because that series, San Antonio went 0-2, and then they tied it up in Houston.
Yeah,
and then it must have been because we had the home court.
All I know is
it was Game 7. I had tickets to I was at that game,
dude.
It's the only game I've gone to that they lost.
That was my first heartbreak of sports. Was that series? That was the first time I was like when I really got into basketball and watching that on the playoffs. That was when I learned what heartbreak was.
For sure, thought we were winning a title that year.
Oh my god, I remember too. I remember when they lost that last game, and I was just like, "Oh
it's
my
Spurs
god.
Game night."
He used to make the Spurs like the rap songs, the Spurs songs. Mm-hmm. Be like Avery Johnson on the sideline, Sean Elliott for the 3.
No, I was a huge Spurs fan. I got into the Spurs in Dale Robinson's rookie year.
Dude, I fucking love.
My dad started watching a lot more games, so I sat down and watched it, and then I just fell in love with the Spurs since 89, 90.
The pay-per-view was when they were playing at home.
Any big home game.
It was a home game, yeah.
Yeah, it would be a home game. Like if they were playing the Trailblazers, if they were playing like any good team, that shit was on pay-per-view.
Yeah.
1995. Fuckers.
Yeah, and then at that age is when I started collecting basketball cards too. That was real big. Hey, you remember I still got all the fucking 3,000 basketball cards you gave me?
There's a lot of shit up there, dude.
Dude, I have some of them still there.
You saw the basketball?
I do. I have all of them.
Kareem?
Which one?
The autographed basketball. You saw that?
Man, dude, that fucking basketball got all messed up, dude. All these kids take it out. One day I had it. It was like I had it set up somewhere, and and it like fell down. I rolled down. I don't know, maybe from like vibration from the wall, so it fell down. And Jessica's kids, they were younger because I got that when they were here, and they were. One day I came home and like it wasn't there, and then I saw it and it was out in the fucking playing basketball with it, bro. The autographed basketball was outside. He was shooting hoops with it.
That's cool, dude. I mean, he's not one of the like top 10 players of the history of the NBA.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm sure you're gonna run into him. He'll just sign it again.
I had an autograph. Was it Kareem
Kareem
Abdul-Jabbar?
Abdul-Jabbar.
Autograph Kareem Abdul-Jabbar basketball just fucking being played with on the court.
And
I still have it.
I just put it on a shelf. I didn't get a case for it.
Well, you didn't give it to me in a case. Why didn't you give it to me in a case?
Why do I gotta case your shit?
Well, it was yours.
I had it sealed in a box. I didn't have kids who would take it outside and play with it.
You didn't give it to me in a box. You could have gave it to me in a box.
Oh god, yeah, it's my fault. It's my fault.
If I give you a Funko Pop, I'm not gonna give it to you outside of the box. I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give it to you already sealed. If I give you a basketball card, I'm gonna give it to you in the sleeve.
What do you think it's worth?
It ain't shit. You know what? I wonder what it would actually be worth if it was
$500-$600.
$500-$600 I could use without a doubt.
Well, apparently you're a big baller. You're playing basketball with it.
I don't play basketball unless it's been signed by somebody.
It's not even autograph, bro. What are you even playing with then?
Shit, there's no name basketball. Get out of here.
You want to hoop it up? Only with memorabilia, bro.
That's how I get down.
Oh, dude, that's heartbreaking.
Yeah, it was heartbreaking, but
I just give it back.
But I got over it a long time ago, so it's okay. I mean, I was upset back then, and I went through my my upset phase already, and now I'm over it. You know.
Easy come, easy go.
That's fucking funny, dude. I remember when that happened too. I was just like, fuck. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I was like, dude. I was like, that doesn't go outside. You know, I have it up there in the shelf. Why would you grab it? Why would you play with it? Who told you to get it? You know, and they were like, but like I said, that's the past, bro. I move forward. When something happens, I resolve it right there, and I go on, move on from it, just like everything else.
Yeah, I mean, he can't be the second leading scorer in NBA history forever.
Bro, basketball in that era sucked anyway. I don't care. It's not the same movie now. I bet you anything if Kareem Abdul-Jabbar were to play in this era, he'd fucking get wrecked.
Dude, he's 7'4". No, he wouldn't.
Yeah, he would. He was weak. He's weak. He was skinny bitch.
Do you remember him being old?
Yeah, but
he used to be young.
Bro, I've watched highlights of old school basketball. I feel like those guys don't have the same talent. Now they may have the same shot, but like it's just a different.
It was a different game, bro.
Different era. Yeah.
You got your ass kicked.
I wonder how Larry Bird would play if he was playing in today's game.
He'd still be Larry Bird, dude.
I feel like he'd be fucking get punked all the time. Larry Bird, more like Larry Turd. No, I'm not drunk. Elizabeth asked me, she said, "Are you drunk?" Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Do you remember The Golden Child?
I fucking love that movie.
I was trying to bring that up earlier when we were talking about Eddie Murphy, but then we got super sidetracked.
Yeah, no, like Golden Child, Trading Places, 48 Hours, Beverly Hills Cop.
We were Coming to America. We talked about Coming to America.
Yeah, I like movies when he wasn't in charge of them. Like when somebody else directed and.
Well, yeah, that's because he was a up and coming. Harlem Nights.
Loved Harlem Nights.
Harlem Nights.
Life was good.
Life was funny. That was the one with
Martin Lawrence and Bernie Mac.
Oh yeah, he was in that one. Oh, you know what? I was thinking of the George Clooney one.
Oh no! Oh, brother, where art thou?
Yeah, we got those confused.
Yeah, no. Life was good. Harlem Nights is good, and did I actually like Norbit?
Nor of it.
But it's because it's supposed to be stupid.
Well, all
But all his movies were better. Like when it was like not an Eddie Murphy production type thing.
yeah,
Because he wants to play like all the characters and they all do the same voices.
Ace Ventura was in the 90s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
It's fucking an amazing movie.
Jim Carrey is probably one of my favorite dudes to watch.
Dude, his early movies like Dumb and Dumber and Ace Ventura.
Oh man, I you know what? I saw Dumb and Dumber in the dollar theater, and that was hilarious.
Dude, it was the funniest
It
shit.
was so hilarious. Yeah, it was great.
Dude, I saw so many classics at the theater, like Terminator 2.
Mm-hmm. I saw
at the
Terminator 3.
theater.
Saw that at the
Speed,
dollar theater.
Keanu Reeves and Speed, the good one. Not the second one, it was dumb.
Sandra Bullock.
Yeah, like she's getting on a cruise ship. We're gonna do the same thing. Put on a boat.
Yeah.
Don't put it under this feed.
Right. Yeah, that's kind of funny how they try to like take the same, the same type of scenario.
Yeah, and apply it to another movie because
With the same-
they'll come see that shit. Not only that, dude, but then it killed the end of the song, like the ending credits song, like titled after the movie. So like at the end of Speed, there was like the song was called Speed. So like movies used to have a specific like soundtrack, and there was like a song that was titled after everything. Yeah, that went out in the 90s too because that was stupid as shit.
What other movies were like that?
Dude, like a lot of movies that they killed with sequels. Like honestly, RoboCop was amazing, and then 2, 3, they sucked ass. They sucked.
Well, all the RoboCops came out when I was very young, and I liked all of them as a kid. I mean, if I saw like I think not too long ago because I had plenty of time to hang out at home these past 5 months. I'm back at work now, but you know I tried to watch as many movies as I could think of. You know, like this would be a good idea to watch, and I saw already all 3 of them. And I was okay with all 3 of them. I thought they were all corny as shit, but I mean, I was okay. Like I saw it and I was like, yeah, that's why I liked it as a kid.
The first one was gory as fuck.
Did you ever have any of those toys like that, dude? I had a RoboCop toy, and it was awesome. Like I had RoboCop toys, and they had one that was like a glow in the dark RoboCop action figure. Dude, the toys at that time were unbelievable.
Yeah,
action figures.
I had all the like G.I. Joe and
G.I. Joes were awesome, and dude,
Star Wars shit. And then I had there was a cartoon called Mask back in the day where like their cars would transform into something else. Everything in the 80s was transformed, and then I had all the Transformers and shit like that, Thundercats, like
I never watched the Thundercats. I got the tail end of Transformers. Watching that on Saturday cartoons. Ninja Turtles, of course, I grew up watching that. That was amazing.
Yeah, see that shit hit when I was in middle school, but I still collected the toys then.
Yeah. I think I even mentioned this last time I talked with Charles. We talked about the Ninja Turtles too. That always comes up. It's just because that's part of like my childhood is like cemented. The Ninja Turtles are in there.
That's when I started buying toys, but didn't play with them. Like I
still do that.
Them. I would just collect them.
I buy them and play with them, and then I put them back in the.
The only thing I play with is if I buy a Transformer because I want to put it together. But other than that, like that's when I started. Like Ninja Turtles was the first one. I would buy it and open it to put it like on my bookshelf.
Yeah, dude. I also had like a lot of Legos too. I don't know if you ever bought any Legos as a kid, but.
I did, but before they used to be sets. Like before you used to buy a shit ton of Legos. And you could make whatever you want with it.
Dude, I would love to buy like just a tub of Legos and just like build my own stuff. I thought I was really good at building stuff. I don't know, I probably can't think of anything to build now. But I had so much fun with it. That was one of my favorite toys probably in the 90s to play with was Legos, for sure, without a doubt. Absolutely. Are we moving on to the 90s? I think we talked about Well, we talked more about the 80s, obviously, than we did the 90s. But that's okay. That's the whole point. And we talked about a little bit about movies from the 2000s as well, because we brought up The Matrix and
The Matrix
Tron
was
and-
99. It ended the 98.
Was it?
Yeah, 1999.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, but it was groundbreaking because, like
Oh,
I said,
yeah.
no one had ever went through jujitsu training
Yeah.
and gun training.
Yeah, I remember seeing that in the theaters when it came out. That was fucking amazing.
Dude, my mind was blown. And then
Yeah,
I
hell
saw,
yeah.
And then I saw 2, and I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, well, maybe it's because I need to see 3. And then I saw the third one, and I was like, the first one was really fat ass.
They were all good. But you know they're making a Matrix 4, right?
They're
making
redoing it though, right? It's a redo, or
No, it's not a redo. It's a continuation of the third
Oh.
one. I don't know what the story's about, but I know it's gonna have Trinity and Neo. I think still.
Hmm.
I don't have no idea what it's gonna be about.
Who knows?
Yeah, Drunk Wizard. We're still drinking beers. We're drinking today's beer is Shiner Bock. You can't see it. Oh, it's too much light. You can't see it. But we're drinking some Shiner Bock, and it's pretty good. It's not that bad. I normally don't drink this beer because this is a dark beer, right?
Yeah,
It's a dark beer. I'm more of a light beer guy,
this is more of a fist
or
drinker.
I'm an IPA guy. But this is not bad. After you drink one of them, then they start to go down a lot easier. And I'm not drunk. Everybody thinks I'm drunk. I'm not drunk. What the hell? I just don't talk right anyway. So the beer just doesn't help that, I guess. I slur anyway. One of the things that I remember the most in the 90s is probably like the music. The 90s was like when you had Nirvana come out, Smashing Pumpkins.
Dude, it was like influential. Like
For sure, without a
I
doubt.
thought the music in the 90s was just like strong as it was like in the 70s. Like just as far as like
I don't know.
60s, 70s, like as far as like where it inspired. Because like you had grunge, and then you didn't have like the birth of hip hop, but it fucking totally went like it blew up.
Yeah.
With Dr. Dre.
Yeah, but see,
and
I
Ice
think
Cube.
I think the 80s music was probably just as influential. Like it was big. Like
It is now, but
Yeah.
before in the 90s and even early 2000s, it was like the synth and all that was like it was corny. Like it was like because I loved it, dude. Like even to this day, like I have Depeche Mode and Duran Duran and the Smiths. Like on
Did
the
you like Bone Thug? I know Drunk Wizard likes Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Dude, that was my first CD ever. East 1999 Eternal is like one of my all-time favorite CDs. It's like it's in my top 10.
See you at the crossroads.
Nah, that was the remix, bro. Yeah, that was the original.
I gotta say everybody.
Dude, they were... Well, because like when rap came out, everyone's talking about like bitches and hoes.
Mm,
And they're the only ones that they didn't talk about shit like that. So it was just like...
yeah. Yeah, no, the Bone Thugs and Harmony, they were good. That was them first of the month, right?
Yeah.
It's the first of the month.
Yeah.
Get up, get up.
No, I got into them with their...
Mr.
first
Ouija all
tape.
day.
Hell yeah.
Let me see.
As a matter of fact, they got a song called on their third CD. It's the weed song,
hmm
and I used to get high to that song.
I didn't get high in the 90s. I was too young.
Oh, dude,
I was until after 99 because in 2000 is when I became 15.
I smoked all my senior year.
Oh, that so for you, yeah, because you were older than me.
Yeah.
So in 2000 is when
Oh,
it
yeah.
was.
My
In
whole
2000 I was
senior
15.
year, I don't even remember. Like, dude, I was high all year. I was high all year,
Well, I can.
and I should have done it sooner because I like got really good grades. Like, I guess it just let me sit through school.
I definitely have my memories when it comes to that in high school for sure. It's fucking skipping out and oh man, I don't know how I got out of high school. I'm glad I did though. It's called doing the bare minimum.
Oh, dude, I went to J, dude. Like, you just had to multitask. Like,
All you had to do was show up.
could you walk and chew gum? Because if you can't, here's your diploma. Could you walk and chew gum? Cool. You could walk the stage.
Can you walk and chew gum? Or you could have been pregnant.
Dude, I was such a fuck up. I failed algebra twice. I fucking failed ROTC.
You failed ROTC?
Do you know how much of a fuck up you gotta be to fail ROTC?
I didn't even think they would have that at that school.
At J?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have one of the, like, their drill teams and shit was, like, one of the best, like, nationwide and stuff. They were, like, all into it. So the first year they came, like, in middle school, they came to their drill routine, and I was like, fuck yeah, I'm joining. And they're like, oh, you do 2 years of ROTC, and you can automatically get a second stripe if you go into the military. So I was like, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And I did the first year. And then I was just sitting there, and I was like, what the fuck? And then I got into, like, then I signed up for the second year. It's like, fuck it. I'll get the second year. And I was just over it, dude. I was like, dude, y'all aren't even in the military anymore. Like, you're just teachers. Like, you're fucking yelling at me like you're in
They're like, wait a minute. Were you dishonorably discharged?
What the fuck? And then, like, my second year, they got really mad because I didn't do a model airplane. And I was like, I'm sorry. Like, is that going to help us win the war?
You're not a staff sergeant anymore.
I was like, what the fuck? And I stopped wearing my uniform. They'd be like, why aren't you in uniform? And I'd be like, I got an ingrown toenail.
It's like, that's just the shoes. What do you mean?
Dude, so, like, I failed ROTC for the year, and
Wow.
I didn't get invited back.
You know what? In my...
But
When
I
I-
got high, so I didn't care.
When I didn't know any better and I went into high school for my freshman year, that first year I went to ROTC thinking like, oh, that's cool. You get to wear.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. I thought the same thing. I was like, yeah, you get to wear a uniform like you're in the military and stuff, right? And then I realized once you're wearing the uniform that you had to wear like once a week or something, like on a specific day. You look fucking nerdy and stupid.
Yes. And then they're like, and then all it was a bunch of fucking snitches. Because if you were like not wearing your hat outside, like they know. Because one of the fucking little, like,
Someone else would say something.
yeah, they fucking tell on you. Like, what the fuck? Not only that, but the enlisted people would be like snitches. Like, if they saw you walking home without the hat on, they'd fucking call up John Jay and be like, why is he out of uniform? Like, seriously, dude? You're like 30 years old? You don't have anything better to do? Like, dude.
You know, the worst part about that too is that when you would walk by somebody who had like the officer rank,
And you had a salute? Fuck all that, dude.
you feel like how your friends be like, oh,
Like,
Addy soldier.
dude, and then I saw someone that was all like decorated and shit. Like, he was all fucking like, I'm all gung ho. And then, dude, he ended up like staying in these like ugly ass apartments with like walking to the gas station to get like soda and shit. And I'm just like, dude, even going to the military is all like, nah, fuck that shit. Like, what the fuck did you spend 4 years collecting ribbons and shit? Like,
Well, this one's for color guard. I used to walk in a straight line better than anybody else.
like, dude, that's not even something you can tell your kids. Like, I peaked in high school with ROTC. Like, at least you peaked in athletics or something. Like, you could like hang your hat on that. I had the leather jackets and shit.
the only
I
benefit.
twirled the gun for fucking 4 years. Like, dope as fuck.
The only benefit for ROTC is obviously if you stuck with it and if you joined the military, because then you could go up 2 ranks.
Yeah,
You didn't
but,
start off like a whatever it was, like if it was
like,
Army,
ours was
Navy,
Air Force, and the uniform sucked. Like, now I see people in ROTC and they get to wear the fatigues and shit. And I'm like, well, I get to wear that shit. I got to wear fucking loafers with blue pants, like, you know, fucking dress up shirt. Like, fuck all that.
Yeah,
I'm pissed. Fuck no.
dude. After that 1 year of doing ROTC,
Well, see, I did it too because I was like, I'll do it a second year because it's
doofus.
dude, seriously.
You know, I really wish Zach would have showed up on the feed. I was hoping he would make a surprise visit.
He's too
But-
busy. He's tinting.
I still have some pictures of him, which I'm gonna show you guys right now. Of when he was, I was going through my phone so that way I could like start deleting stuff like that I don't need no more. And I had these pictures that I saved with Zach, and I'm glad I saved them. And I did not delete them. I kept them still because he's passed out in my kitchen. Dude. And I have a video, right? I have a video of him, and I'm like shaking. I'm like pushing on his shoulder, right? He's like, his fucking eyes are open, man. He's passed out drunk with his eyes half open.
That's
dude.
how you know you're professional.
That's how you know
Amateurs close your eyes.
Amateurs close your eyes when you're drunk.
Professionals, they've got their eyes open. They know what's up.
They still gotta pay attention, so.
Sleep with one eye open. Fuck that, dude. I keep them both.
Dude, he was passed out, right, with his eyes half open, dude. And I had the camera on him, and I was shaking him like this. I was like, Zach. He was like, dude, I just was laughing for about 2 minutes in that video as I recorded because it's so fucking hilarious, dude. And then I sent you a picture of it, and then you did some photoshopping to it.
Oh yeah, dude, he got pissed.
We won't go into too many details with it, just in case he decides to look back on this. We're gonna roast you anyway, Zach. Whether you... I wasn't gonna talk about it. If you came, it would have been nice. Gabe would have brought it up probably, but not me. But since you're not here, I can say it. Congratulations on your tinning business.
Dude, speaking of passing out, dude, I don't even know how I drove drunk, dude, when we were partying like crazy. I don't even know how I never got a DUI. I don't know.
Wow, cool, bro.
Hey, in all honesty, you got yours like after we were done partying.
Dude, I know it was so shitty too. It was shitty.
It was your fault.
I had already dude, I literally fell asleep for like 30 minutes and was not even drunk. The only reason why I got pulled over is because it was, I was with Jessica at the time, and I wasn't supposed to go out, and it was already 6 in the morning. It was 5:30 in the morning, bro, I know she was fucking pissed, right? She was happy I went to jail that night, but I was speeding home because I was trying to get home because I had to go to work the next day. I don't get it. I don't get my frame of thought as a young guy. Just like
we hung out with horrible people to go out with to begin with.
I was like, okay, if I go to, it was like 3 in the morning, right? And I was eating, and then I went to my dad's friend's house because my dad was still up, and I was like, I'm gonna take a nap here for 30 minutes, right? And it would turn into an hour. I fell asleep for about at least an hour at someone else's house, and then I was like, shit, it's already 6 in the morning. I gotta go home. So then I started speeding home, and the cop that pulled me over already had pulled somebody else over, but because the reason he decided to go after me is because when he had someone else pulled over, I didn't switch lanes. And because I was speeding through that lane, so he decided to let that guy go, whoever he pulled over, and get in his car and catch up to me to get me. Because I didn't switch lanes for the emergency, like, the 2 lanes on the highway, and if you have someone pulled over here, you're supposed to move lanes. And I was like, dude, the guy didn't even have his lights on. How did I know he was?
Do you know how unlucky you are?
No, yeah.
You got pulled over, and that person he pulled over got let go.
Oh, I know.
Dude, like, I don't even know why you were rushing home. Because, like,
I was already in
it didn't
trouble.
matter if you got home at midnight or if you got home at never. It just came, it just, like, showed up after work the next day. Like, it wasn't going to be worse. Like, the minute you decided to, like, get 30 minutes late, like...
It would have been hell anyway.
Yeah. Like, you probably had a better reaction if you just not gone home for, like, a week. And then showed up like, hey, I think we need to work this out. You should have just acted like it was a breakup. And I was staying at my mom's because I thought you didn't want me here.
I forgive you, though.
But this is dumb, and we just need to work this out.
Fuck. That would have...
You should have just called her like 3 days later, like, I'm tired of fighting. Like,
I had to go...
just need to get back together.
Right? If only that was something I could have done at the time. But I had to go home. I had to go to work in 3 hours at that time. I didn't go to work. Let's just say I didn't go to work. But I thought if I sped home, I could at least get some, like, dude, another hour or two of sleep.
I remember we went out, and one time I went to work, and I didn't even have a chance to, like, sleep. I just changed and went to work. I didn't shower. I didn't do shit. And H had to pull me aside. He's like, bro, you need to, like, have breath mints or something, because, like, I don't know if it's the cologne you wear. Like, I was like, I just smelled like fuck. I just smelled nasty. And he was like, dude. I was like, all right, I'll go home and shower.
Elizabeth, my girlfriend, said that she's too damn needy to let that go. She said, plus I would find you. So if I was out, she would find me. But see, I didn't have GPS on my phone, or I took it off at that time. You know, so I don't know if you'd been able to find me because I wasn't at the normal places that I would go when that happened. I remember when I got a phone call, I called Sean. Sean was working in used cars at the time, and I was like, "Hey, I'm in jail. I'm not gonna be able to come to work."
Dude, the last time I got pulled over and I got taken in, I had a warrant. I didn't know, and I had 2 done deals the next day, and it was the last day of the month, and I was gonna hit them to get my 12 and get my huge bonus at driveway. I got pulled over that Friday night, and I'm like, "Fuck." So I'm talking to the cop, and I'm like, "Look, dude, if I don't resist, can I make some phone calls on the way to the jail? Like, I won't resist. You can cuff me. I'll just we're good." I was like, I just need to call my girl. I don't know if she's going to answer right away, let her know where I'm going, because she's going to freak out on my cars in the front of... I got pulled over in the parking lot of my apartment complex. That's how fucking stupid it was, right?
Yeah.
So, I literally rode to jail, cuffed up front, and I had my phone. So, I was, like, texting Sean, like, on the way, and I was like, "Hey, bro, I'm getting arrested. So, as soon as I can, like, I'll let you know when I get out." So... I call my girlfriend and she answers, and I'm telling her, go to this Vel Bond's place and like post the bond and just do it as soon as you can so I can get in and out as quick as possible. So I go in at it's 9:00, and then I get out of jail at 7. So I go home, shower, change, go to McDonald's, pick up something to eat. Like, I didn't even pick up something to eat. I got an orange juice because I wasn't hungry, dude. I was like sick to my stomach. I got an orange juice, went to work. Dude, I did the 2 deals. I survived. I drank like 6 Mountain Dew Kickstarts throughout the day. I didn't eat because I was busy. So I finished up at like 4 o'clock, and I was like, dude, I need to go home. I told Sean, I gotta go home and sleep, dude. I slept the rest of the night, dude. And luckily that cop was cool as shit. And he was like, "Yeah, you can have your phone. It's just when we pull over, I'm going to have to get it before we walk you in." I'm like, "All right, cool."
Of course. Yeah. Did you go to the magistrate?
Yeah. I had to go to the detention center and do all that shit.
So you got to take off your shoelaces and shit?
Fuck yeah, dude. That shit sucks because, like, you have to take off your belt and shit. Like,
They want to make sure you don't fucking hang yourself for...
Yeah, well, it's the second time I got arrested. The first time, it wasn't that busy. This time was fucking hot as shit. There was been people, like, I had a piece on the bench, and there was people, like, sleeping fetus style on the floor. And I'm like, fuck that, dude. Someone probably pissed on that shit. Like, it was so fucking hot in there. And then I would wear, like, I had a shirt with a vest on, like a little sweater vest.
Yeah.
So then they pulled me into the other cage, because I had already gone for, like, if they wanted to do a PR bond and all that shit, and I did it, so they left me there. And then when they moved me in, they moved me to this other cage. And there's this other dude back there with no fucking shirt on. And because he's on his own and I'm in there by myself, he was like all frozen and shit. He's like holding his nipples and shit. And he was like, "Hey, bro, like, can I get that sweater or something?" And I was like, "No, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? No." He's like, "Oh, it's just because it's cold." And I was like, "Well, fuck, dude. Don't get arrested like that. Don't get arrested like that." Like,
but my nips, dog.
You had no shirt on, dude. I'm like, dude, what did you twist the cuff off, dude? You don't even have a shirt.
They didn't even let you get shit.
They're like, fuck no. I said, no, you got arrested at home.
You must have been acting up because some cops, they'll be like, "I'm going to arrest you now. Do you need to put on something?" He probably was acting such a fool. They were like, "Yeah, fuck this guy. We'll put him straight in the car. You're going in your fucking underwears, dude."
Dude, you gotta really piss off a cop to do that shit.
Yeah,
so
for real.
Like normally I talk shit to cops, but if I know, like, hey, you got a warrant, I get real nice and cordial.
I what?
I didn't know.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, Mr. Officer. But before, like, dude, they'll like pull me over and they're like, "Where are you going?" And I'm like, "A little place called None of Your Business." What do you want? It's how I interact.
You ain't
with
got
cops.
nothing on me.
I was like, how I interact with cops. Do you know how I want? I did not, sir.
Do you want me to tell you where I was going? Can I answer that question now?
I remember I got pulled over one time for not using the blinker in like the turn lane, the optional lane. And he was like, "Why didn't you use your blinker?" I said, "Because I didn't fucking know I was turning until I turned."
They're like, get out the car.
Like, because it was like I was on the way to work. I had to be there by 8:30. So traffic backs up. I needed to see if I was gonna take 151 to Callahan or turn on to 410. So it depends on the turn. I didn't fucking know until I did.
Dude, I used to have a '96 Mustang, and I was with one of my buddies, one of my good friends. You know Harry.
Yeah.
So it was late at night, and it was in some nice. I don't remember the area. I just know it was a nice neighborhood, and we were taking the shortcut through the nice neighborhood to go to the quarry or something, right? And a cop comes behind me and pulls us over, and he's like, "You passed a stop sign." For sure, I didn't pass no stop sign. I stopped, right? But he was like, "Where y'all going?" And I'm like, "Oh, we're going home, or we're going to the quarry." I don't remember if we were going to the quarry or going home from the quarry, but it was somewhere to the quarry, right? And then they asked us to get out of the car, right? And I was like, "Okay." They asked for my ID, right? And they're like, "What are you doing around this neighborhood?" Right? They just started racing. Like, I didn't get it at the time because this is when I was younger. I was probably Alamo Heights.
That's why.
Yeah, it was probably Alamo Heights. And they're like, they asked us to get out of the car, and then they told us to get behind the car, and then they actually patted us down, right? And I was like, at the time I was young, and we were kind of freaked out. And when I say young, I mean probably like early 20s. Before I started selling cars, maybe, I think.
Well, I remember that car.
Yeah, so, okay, so it was some point from there and before when I had that car. And they patted us down. They're like, "Do you have anything in your car?" And I was like, "No, I don't have anything in the car." Right? They didn't. At the end of it, they didn't give me a ticket because for sure I didn't fucking pass no stop sign there. But they literally thought like we were up to no good in that neighborhood. Stopped us, patted us down, checked my car. They're like, "Can we check your car? Is there any reason why we can't check your car?" Right? And they just intimidated us. They bullied me because I was young, and I was like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" And then they what do you call it? After they couldn't find anything, they let me go. And they were like, "You need to, you should be home or something like that, or go ahead and what you need to do." But now that I think about it, it didn't make sense because they can't tell me where to go. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude, I talk shit all the time. Like,
I
I got pulled over in what's the one on? Is that Chavano or Castle Hills or like West Ave, Northwest Military to 604?
I think it's Castle Hills.
Dude, I got pulled over and I don't know why. He's like, "Do you know how I pulled you over?" And I was like, "Actually, you're gonna need to tell me."
It's Chavano?
Yeah, I was like, "You're gonna need to tell me because I have no idea why you pulled me over." And he goes, "You're going 37 to 35." And I said, "Well, shit, you've had to fucking drive like a bat out of hell to catch me, didn't you?"
That's fucking hilarious.
Dude, like,
how dare you go to... That's real petty.
To pull you over, I'm going to go ahead and give you a warning. Just you need to slow down. And I was like, "Well, how slow do you want me to go? Like school zone? Like, do I need to keep it 10 under the limit here in this area? Because most people won't pull you over for doing the speed limit. So, should I go slow? Keep it 8 to 10 under?"
So petty.
Dude, fuck yeah.
Petty fucking officers.
One of the weirdest interactions I had with cops was I got pulled over. I was at Tin Roof. And shut it down. So it's like 2:30. And then I went to Las Palapas right on Callahan. And they had just introduced like a brisket taco. And so I fucking ordered it. I ordered it. But I didn't know they had brisket tacos. I took a fucking picture on my phone. Well, I drove home. And I got pulled over literally like 4 houses from my house. So the cop pulls me over and he's like, "You're speeding." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm just trying to get home. I live right there." And he was like, "Have you been drinking?" And so like you're hit with that moment where you're like, do I lie? And he knows I'm lying, or I just fucking say yes. And I went with option 3, and I went, "Fuck yeah!" Like, let's be honest with him. So I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Dude, we shut down Tin Roof." Like, I was saying, "Do we shut down Tin Roof?" It's like me and 2 other people, and we got fucked up.
Wow.
Like, real fucked up. Shots the whole 9. I said, but I knew I was fucked up. So we went to Las Falafels, and I decided to eat, like tortillas and shit. I had eggs and bacon, and I said, and I ordered a brisket taco. I said, did you know that Las Falafels has brisket tacos? And he looked at me. He's like, dude, let me show you. I'm gonna grab my phone. Don't shoot. So I pick up my phone and I pull up the picture, and I was like, bro, for real, like you can get one right now.
Wow. I was like, this motherfucker's drunk. He's going to jail.
Dude, he looked at me like dead eye, and I remember this because I was drunk, but I wasn't like fucked up anymore because it was like an hour already later, and I had already eaten a shit ton. And so he looks at me, and he's like, just go home, bro. And I was like, yeah, I gotta go to sleep.
I don't know. That's a great idea.
Yeah, because it's like I said, when you get pulled over, you get hit with that situation. Do I lie? Do I not? And this time I was like, fuck no, information overload.
I've got one of the best stories. I have so many pulled over stories. It's unreal. I'm not proud of that. I shouldn't be proud of that, but I have so many of them. Like when I think about it, one of the other times I remember I got pulled over. I was going to Stacy's Sports Bar. It was a pool hall. You remember Stacy's? I used to go. I used to go to Stacy's all the time, right? And I remember because I lived at home with my mother, which wasn't very far. It was a straight shot to where she lived. It was just you get on Culebra and you go straight up, and it was to the right. So it was one shot. I literally had to take two lights to get to where I lived at that time. I would always drink hard there, right? Just drink hard, and I would always speed. Like I had no business speeding. I had the Mustang at the time, I think, and I just had no business speeding, but it was a straight shot. And I remember fucking going like 60 miles per hour in this, like 65 miles per hour in this 45 mile zone, right? And I got pulled over, and I was like, fuck, shit. But I wasn't scared, and I wasn't fucked up. I just, because every time I've been fucked up, like I know how to keep my cool, my calmness, right? And I remember when I got pulled over, he was like, why were you speeding? And I was like, I told him, I was like, I just had a bad night. I said, I broke up with my girlfriend. Like it came, on the just flew out naturally when I said, I was like, I just got into an argument with my girlfriend. I'm a little frustrated. I just want to go home. And he's like, where do you live? And I was like, I actually live just past this light right here to the right. And I gave him my ID, and he verified it, right? Like how far it was. And he took it. And I smell like alcohol for sure. Just for sure. Like just, you could smell it when you open it, because I would drink shots and whatever was there. And he came back, and he had somebody else with him, and I was freaking out, right? Because two people were coming. And when he came to the window, he was like, this guy's in training, so I'm going to have him pretend to write you a ticket, but you need to go home, right? And I was like, oh, yeah, okay. Uh-huh. And so he was like an officer in training. So he had a guy in training that was with him. And so he was just like, since I wasn't that far, luckily I was like more than halfway home. He was like, I'm going to have him write you a citation. So, yeah, but you got to go home, And I was like, yeah, it's just right here. I'm going home. Right? I was fucking freaked out, and I was like, dude, God is real. I know he's real. And then the guy, the trainee was writing out the tickets like, okay, what you did wrong. And I was like, oh, yeah. I was speeding. Yeah. Uh-huh. Right? And he gave me this fucking fake paper slip that was a ticket, like the fucking, like those receipts at the, like when you go to the waiters and waitresses right on, like it looked like one of those little tabs like that, right? Just some bullshit written on it. He gave me that, and I was like, all right, yeah, guys, y'all have a great night. I was like, y'all just stay beautiful. Just have a great night. And I went home, and I was like, whew, dude.
There was one night where it was me and my sister, my brother-in-law, and my cousin, and it was my brother-in-law's brother and his girlfriend. Like, we had this group, and we had tickets to go see. It was a Girl in a Coma at Joe Salvi's, and they were performing. So we're like, let's pregame. So we're pounding back some beers. We're taking Jaeger bombs.
Jaeger bombs.
So we're like, you know what? We need to go. Let's go to the concert. I said, well, afterwards, we need another bottle of Jaeger.
Yeah.
So we're like, cool. So we go and pick up a bottle of Jaeger at the liquor store, and we head out to Joe Salvi's. We're already fucking drunk. The concert starts like 40 minutes away, and we're pounding back shots and drinks at the bar. So we're fucked up. And then the concert gets going like 3 songs in, we get in a fight at the concert because some dude doesn't like getting bumped. I'm like, well, get the fuck off the stage. Like, dude, it's a concert. You don't want to get bumped. Go sit in the back with the other old people. So he starts shoving people. I just see my brother-in-law go flying this way. My brother-in-law goes flying to the speaker because we're close by. So he literally tries to stop himself from hitting the speaker. I see my cousin who's wearing a fedora just go flying this way and his fedora floats up in the air. And this dude's huge, bald white dude, Aryan Nation, red goatee, the whole nine. Like, dude, if he had taken off 90% chance he had a swastika tattooed over on. Big old dude. They're mad because it's 80-pound lesbian girl hit his girl and spilled her drink. So he shoved the little lesbian. I just see her fall, hit her head on the concrete.
Damn.
And she's just sitting there kind of she got knocked out. She's not eyes rolling.
She's like, damn, I'm not really a man.
No, not at all. So she's on her back. I see these people fly. Well, my brother-in-law catches himself. And as he's starting get back and get his clearance, dude comes ready to shove him again. So I come at an angle, cock back, swing, hit him. Dude spins. Because I could have never knocked him out on my own, knocked him down on my own. I just caught him, all the momentum and all my momentum hit him. Dude spins and falls, loses balance, trips and falls. The cop sees me hit him.
Right.
Well, I pick up my cousin, grab his hat. My brother-in-law goes to the back with my sister. And we go this way, and the cop's like, y'all gotta go. And I'm trying to explain what happened. He goes, dude, at this point, I don't care. I'm not gonna arrest anybody. It's all over and done with. Y'all gotta go. And all this happened in front of the stage, so the concert stopped. And they had to announce, guys, can we just, keep it friendly? This is a concert. We're not about that. Whatever. So we stopped the show for them to address this little fucking ruckus going on in the crowd.
Fucked it up, Gabe.
So we get kicked out of the concert. My cousin's like, fuck it. Let's just, I got wings. Let's go start the grill and we'll get the wings ready.
What time was this at?
Dude, this is late at night. We were going to have wings anyways. So he's like, let's go get the wings.
It's midnight and you guys are grilling wings?
Yeah. So I drive him there and I'm looking. He's like, dude, we got Jaeger. He goes, we don't have any fucking Red Bull. So I was like, I'm on it. So I go and I get the Red Bull and it's right there at the Shell. I go to the Shell on Shanefield in 1604.
Okay.
And he's living in Bridgewood Estates where I lived at the time.
Uh-huh.
So on the way back, right in front of the elementary school, I get fucking pulled over. Fucking 6 cans of Red Bull. In my front seat. I don't even have a bag. They're just rolling. So the cop pulls me over and he comes to the window and he's like, did you know you were speeding? And I'm like, here's fucking Red Bull cans. And I was like, no, I didn't. I didn't even know what the speed limit was. I didn't see a sign. I figured it was 45 because, that's what it is coming up.
Yeah.
He's like, no, it's 35. It's like, all right. So I'm like, fuck. So he goes back to his car. And I'm like, I'm going to jail. I'm going to jail. I'm going to jail. He comes back. He says, I'm going to go and give you a warning for the speeding. He goes, but your tags are expired. So I have to give you a ticket for that. And I was like, my tags are expired? And I was like, oh, yeah. Okay. So he writes me the ticket. He's like, here's your ticket. It was like, and that's it, right? He was like, yeah. So then,
there's no law against drinking 47 Red Bulls.
So then, as I'm getting the ticket, my sister's coming back from the concert, and I see her truck pass by, and I see it slow down. Should I stop? Should I not? And I was like, don't fucking stop. Don't fucking stop, because y'all are fucked up. And if y'all talk to the cop, he's gonna know I'm fucked up. So she can see her slow down, and then she just drives off. I'm like, thank God. So then I get back, and she's like, dude, what happened?
They were like, nope.
Dude, it was ridiculous. So, yeah, we had wings and smoked out and drank the rest of the night.
That's hilarious. Let's cook some wings at 1:30 in the morning.
Dude, that was our thing. We were like, yeah, we're going to grill some wings.
That's fucking funny, dude. I've never thought it was a great idea to cook that late. Well, I'm probably lying. Not that I would remember.
Dude, my cousin that did that one time, we got back from the bar and he wanted some bacon, so he baked. He used to bake it in the oven because it was better than frying it.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, he fell asleep. He fucking fell asleep. Woke up to the smoke detectors going off. His fucking house is hotboxed. Turns out the bacon was on fire in his oven. So he grabs the mitts and he throws it out there. So we go over the next day and his house fucking smells like bacon smoke. And that scent was in his fucking house for like months. It smelled like fucking burnt bacon. He was like, I almost died. I was like, dude, I think I would have rather died than smell this shit for like 3 months.
He couldn't get it all in his fucking the drapes and shit.
Dude, he showed us like his fucking little pan that he had and it was all warped and shit. Like melted out, dude. I was like, we tell him this day, remember that time you died because you fucking tried to like put bacon in the oven when you were drunk off your ass?
He fucking was probably so drunk and like dreaming about bacon. He's like,
dude, he said, I just sat down and next thing you know, I woke up and the alarms are off and I can't fucking see because I'm just choking on the smoke.
It's not even like something that should be laughed about.
And then the smoke detector in like the closest one to the kitchen, he deactivated it.
Of course.
Because it was beeping. So he just fucking took it off. Every time I tried to cook, it would go off. So he disconnected it. So it had to go from the kitchen to the living room. And it was like next to almost the door. So that smoke had to go all the way there. By that time, dude, he's like, you couldn't even see. He goes, dude, it was like you're in a car and it's hotboxed. He goes, that's how bad it was.
Wow.
It's like
unbelievable.
Dude, that's that time. Like I said, I can't believe I didn't get a DUI. I didn't get.
You're lucky.
I am, because there was times. I remember there's a thing. I can get high and drink. I can eat and drink. I can't do all three. If I get high, drink, and eat, I'm throwing up. And I remember I tried it. And I went and got Taco Cabana after London's. And right on 1604 and Gilbo, I had to fucking go because I was eating chicken taco, like fajita taco was like in the car. And I had to fucking go. I remember it's like fucking 3:30 in the morning. I'm out of my truck, door open, cars running, and I'm in the fucking middle of where the 2 lanes are on each side.
Yeah.
And I'm fucking hawking up everything. I'm throwing my ass out, and I'm like, dude, if a cop rolls by, I'm fucking done, dude. Who the fuck gets out in the middle of the road to fucking throw up? And dude, my lights are on, the car's running. Like, dude,
we used to drink a lot back in the day when we worked together, and we would go, and it was all Jaeger bombs.
I was living on Jaeger bombs, sake bombs, fucking Vegas, anything that had bomb in it. I was like, I was drinking more because I remember we'd have like 8 or 9 shots,
dude. We would
and 2 or 3 beers.
Stupid, man. I can't believe that I would, but you know what? I probably had more times throwing up than like probably half the time I would throw up. It depends. It really depends, because if I would eat and I could keep my head from being spinning, I was fine. I just had a really bad hangover. But we used to drink a lot. I remember I wasn't belligerent. Like, I mean, if I would slur, we were just fucking stupid. Yeah, I wouldn't even slur. I was never like not aware of what I did, and I could remember those things that I did the next day.
I remember them, but dude, I'm like, what the fuck?
I'm like, I can't believe we just had fucking 8 shots of Jaeger each, and then like 5 beers in between. You get a shot and a beer. You ready for a shot and a beer? Yeah, okay. And then you finish that. You ready for another shot and a beer? You had to get a beer with a shot. You couldn't get the shot by itself. You had to get a beer with it to chase it down.
So that year when the Patriots played the Atlanta Falcons in the Super Bowl, I'm in Vegas with all my family, right? And so we're at a bar in the MGM.
Oscar was watching, but he doesn't want to show up on my feed. He said, "Talk about the Spurs game. You got your ass kicked." And he said, "Fuck us both." Oscar, where you at, bro? You better show up on here. I'm gonna tag him on here.
Anyway, so
what?
They're going up. That's when Atlanta's up 33-3 on the fucking Patriots, right? And I can't stand the Patriots. So
I love the Patriots.
They had a special, and it was like any beer, and you get a shot of whiskey for $12, or you can have the beer for $10. So my brother-in-law are like, well, fuck, beer math says you get the IPA and the shot of whiskey.
Yeah.
Because you get the most bang for your buck.
Right.
I don't know how much I fucking drank. All I know is I made friends in the bar that weren't part of my party. And they said I was like running around the bar high-fiving shit because the Patriots are getting their ass kicked. I was like heckling a fucking Patriots fan that was there because he had his MAGA hat on with his Patriots hat. And I wouldn't fucking leave him alone. So I remember 33-3, and I'm fucking going on. I don't even remember who performed. And I'm just fucking all over the place. Like, I'm the life of the bar, right?
Yeah. I can see that. You're a pretty funny guy.
Next thing I know, I got to throw up. So I'm walking looking for the MGM restroom, and I throw up, and I'm in there. They said my brother-in-law, hey, you okay? I was like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I blacked out, dude. I remember 33-3 of the game, and then I remember the confetti falling and fucking asking, like, how the fuck did they win? Because I didn't see it. I saw it.
Yeah, they were behind. They were behind
Dude,
so much.
I saw it, and I don't remember it. I was watching it. That's all blacked out. That those 2.5, 3 hours plus the overtime is like not in my memory. Like I probably have to go into hypnosis to remember that shit. Like I'm blacked out, and it was so bad that I'm at the MGM Grand. The next night, me and my wife stay an extra night. Right, we're walking down to exploring the Strip, and in front of the Venetian, which is way on the other end of the Strip, I'm walking, and I hear, "Hey, Gabriel." And I got blinders on because everyone wants to fucking offer you something on Vegas, right? I'm walking, I hear Gabriel, and I'm just like, Gabriel. And I'm like, wait, this dude knows my name. And he goes, oh, you don't know us no more? I turn around, and it's the dudes I was like getting drunk with at the bar.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, what are y'all doing? Like, so I stayed in high ground, so I was like, only in Vegas, I guess. Fuck that. But I'm blacked out. That's the most drunk I've gotten.
I've only blacked out one time from drinking. And it was probably one of my first times when I turned 21 or 20. Yeah, it was somewhere when I turned 21. Pretty hilarious, to be honest with you. I just remember I was drinking MD 2020s. I think it was actually it was before I turned 21 because my birthday was coming up in like a few days, and I decided to get drunk before 21 since I was already there, and I was like, you know what? We're going to drink MD 2020s. And we bought those, right? I'll never drink an MD 2020 ever again. And I never have since that day. So check this out. I drank them in the worst way possible. I bought like the orange juice one. Do you remember they had different flavors?
I'm already getting that. And like, it's already in my throat, dude.
So I bought an orange juice MD 2020. And I was taking them. And I wasn't drinking it sips. I had a shot glass. And I was drinking them as shots. I would pour a shot of MD 2020, and that's how I was drinking them. I was drinking them like that, right? All I know is I got fucking sick, right, to my stomach, and dizzy as hell, spinning without actually moving, just standing still, and, it was just moving around and shit. I remember going to the bathroom to throw up, and the next thing I remember is I woke up. I was dating this girl at the time, and I think it was her and like two other of my friends that were there. Uh-huh. I woke up with my pants around my ankles in the bathroom, passed out, right? So I'm, sitting there naked, right? And I had to get helped out with everything down because like, apparently I went to the bathroom too.
Your ass was sore?
Like apparently. Apparently, I had it. Thank God, in this state, I had enough sense to go to the bathroom first and flush the toilet and then throw up, right? But I passed out like on the floor, and I never got to past the part where I was supposed to pull my pants back up, after I threw up and went to the bathrooms, and it was not cool. It was not cool at all, and I would never touch an MD 2020.
I cannot drink MD 2020. I can't drink Boone's. I can't drink Goldschlager anymore. Oh. Jaeger is another one I can't touch anymore.
Jaeger, I can still drink Jaeger.
I can't drink it.
You know what it is? It tastes.
You know what though? Is it me and my sister-in-law, brother, and my cousin? Like I said, we were doing stupid shit at the time. We had just eaten. We went to Bobby J's to go eat. So we had a huge burger and fries. We were full, so we were like, let's not drink beer because we're full. So we were like, we should do is go get sake and Jaeger, Kirin Ichiban, and Red Bull. And we'll just take an occasional shot. Like, we'll talk, we'll joke around, and it's like, hey, time for a shot. Dude, we woke
What
up.
could go wrong?
No, that's what we thought. Like it's better than we'll feel better than if we drink beer. In the,
Yeah.
Like
Oh yeah. You know, you won't be so
we
bloated.
woke up like 2 p.m. to the point where like we opened the door and when the light came in, it was like vampire. Like, dude, it was all bad. So then we went back and we killed all the Jaeger, all the Kirnichuan. So when we added it up to what the shots came out to, it was like, fuck, dude, we took 15 shots last night. Just like, hey, let's do this. And we just counted it by the amount of Red Bull and the empty Jaeger bottles we had. We were like, fuck. Dude, ever since then, I cannot drink Jaeger. I drink it and it wants to like, it gives me that little.
I drank some Jaeger and I was okay. Like when I drank it, I was like, it had that real bitter taste that I never tasted before when I drank it. I don't know if it was because of the Red Bull that would mix with it and drink it, because then it made it go down. Who would have thought that was like the unhealthiest combination you could ever have? We drank Red Bull and Jaeger all the time, and that's probably like the worst that you could have as a combination for a drink. That make your heart race with all that alcohol and shit, dude. And we would literally probably drank like 2 cans of Red Bull with all the shots that we drank with alcohol.
Yeah.
We probably have enlarged hearts and we have no idea.
Oh, dude.
And it's not funny, but we're just laughing about it. Yeah, enlarged hearts.
Dude, I just. Yeah.
You want to try an IPA?
Yeah, girl.
All right, cool. We're going to grab another beer. Give us a second. Give me a second. Liz, do you have the opener? Liz, do you have the bottle opener?
No.
Do you know where it's at?
It's on the bookshelf.
Is it?
It's on the bookshelf next to the router.
Open this up real quick. I want to know what Oscar was talking about.
I know exactly what he's talking about. Yes.
Commercial break.
Ooh, so awkwardly silent.
Gabriel. What is Oscar talking about?
He's talking about the time you went to the Spurs game. You got your ass whooped.
Oh, I remember now. Oh, yeah.
So, according to Joey, he's never really been in a fight.
Oh no, he did. No, it wasn't a fight.
Yeah.
He got his ass whooped, but it wasn't in a fight.
Oh, okay.
Can I tell it?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, cool. So we're at the Clippers and Spurs playoff game, and I'm there with a friend, and Joey's there with his ex. And
She wasn't my ex at the time.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Now she's there. Anyways, so we're there, and we have to be at the same game, and then we meet up at the bar to get drinks.
Oh, my God.
Me and Joey are in line talking, and little does he know, his ex hung back to just like spy on his ass, and got it in her head that he was like staring at some girl in line.
While we were waiting in line, right?
Not talking to a girl, not like flirting with a girl. Like apparently he was like staring at a girl while we were in line. I didn't know any of this because then we get back, me and Joey go to our seats and we watch the game. As we're leaving back, we're walking. Me and my friend are walking to my car, and as I'm walking on my car, I see Joey's car. So I was like, I'm gonna fucking go scare his ass. Like I'm gonna go act like we're gonna mug him or something. And so then I go and I open his fucking door, and as soon as I open my door, this dude looks like a cat, like they got scared. Like the legs went up, the hands went up, like like total PTSD. Joey's in effect, and I'm like, what the fuck? He's got like scratches, and his mirror is hanging by the little wire, the electronic, it's just hanging in there.
Was not funny at the time, though.
No, it was just not for him. Anyways, so his mirror is like swaying, like literally like this. It's going back and forth.
Cheers, Drunk Wizard. Thank you for hanging out with us.
And he's scared shitless. And so I'm like, what the fuck? And he's like, dude, I don't know. She just flipped out. And she started scratching and hitting me. And she ended up taking, like, going to the bus or some shit like that. I don't know what she tried to do. She left.
She went out of my car at the AT&T Center, right? Just fucking walked out of my car. I don't know if I told her to leave or she left on her own.
No, she left.
She left on her
She
own.
didn't want to get in the car.
Right, she left on her own. But I didn't go looking for her either.
No, she left. She said, fuck it. Fuck you. And she left. And
I
he's
wasn't
all
crying,
bruised
Joe.
up and scratched and his car's fucked up inside. And so I was just like, what the fuck? I didn't know what to say because I was going there to fucking scare his ass. And next thing I know, I like walked into a domestic situation. So it's like, here I think we're going to fucking laugh and joke. And I'm like, dude, should I call 911? Like, what the fuck's going on? So I'm feeling awkward. So I'm just like, all right, well, let me know. Let me know how it goes down, dude. I'll see you at work tomorrow.
All right, see ya. And blood right
So then
there.
I'm walking in my car and I'm like, what the fuck? Anyway, so then I called Joey, like, I'm heading home. He's like, I don't know, dude. Like, she's somewhere or whatever. But then I see him at work the next day. And I'm like, he's like, dude, she's pissed that I left her there. And I'm like, you didn't leave her there. She fucking left. He's like, yeah, she's mad because I guess I didn't go chase her. And she had to, like, call someone for a ride or some shit like that.
No, so she walked out, right, and she was crying. And as she was, like, crying as she was walking away, a car passed her, like, I guess someone leaving from the AT&T Center. And it was a female.
Did you just give me air quotes on that?
Because supposedly it was a female. That's what she,
not female.
right? Someone was like, are you okay? Are you
She
crying?
thought he was looking at the girl, but the dude in front of us had a fucking nice ass. Seriously.
And that's what I was staring at.
Have you seen Joey's dump truck?
Well, no.
Joey
Not
got a
since,
dump
I'm
truck.
sure he looks
not
at it.
since his unemployment days.
Definitely got a dump truck now.
So, well, honestly, when I got home, she was already home before me. I didn't know how she got home before me, but she left, and I guess someone said if she was okay, and she said she got in a fight, and they brought her home. And so when I got home, she was already here, like maybe 5 or 10 minutes before I was. That
So
was.
even if you had gone for her, she wouldn't have been there.
Oh, she would have whooped his ass some more.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
had you gone looking for her, she'd already been gone, so she had been like in that vehicle as soon as she left.
I think I didn't go home right away. I don't remember, or like because I'm
you
shitty at directions, I probably took the long way. Trying to figure out how to get out of where I was at to get home. So I think that's what it was. What did you say, Joel? I remember that ass. It was January 2nd, 2000.
Stop.
I don't know what you're talking about, bro. Great movie. Dude, I have so many bad stories that are funny.
Oh, dude, your whole life was horrible.
Well,
But the sad part is,
I'll have you know.
the sad part is that when y'all were just
What's up,
not
you fucking wizard?
when when y'all were just friends
Yeah.
and not boyfriend girlfriend.
Yeah.
I literally play-by-played your entire fucking relationship. I told you she was gonna destroy your shit. I told you she was gonna fucking be psycho. You're like, nah, she's not really like that, bro.
We're friends now, though.
Well, yeah.
And a lot of it obviously is because we have kids together, and it wasn't like that after we broke up. Obviously, it was a fight about money. Like most relationships that break up with and that involve kids, like, what is going to be this? And it took us a while to come to arrangements for all of that.
Y'all were friends before and after, like now after.
Yeah,
Like,
now
during your
we're
whole
okay.
relationship, y'all weren't friends, bro.
No. It seems to be a common problem that I run to apparently all the time. But I don't know what it is. Maybe when I get in a relationship, I'm just that guy that's.
Yeah, you're that guy.
Y'all have to be. What do you. Oscar. Dude, Oscar, I'm tired of you not commenting on here. You're fucking creeping. You're watching the show and you're messaging me.
He's like a stalker. Like
Is he banned?
he's touching himself,
No.
Well, then
listening
never-
to Joey's voice right now.
He said, talk about the Spurs. He goes, Cat, I'm banned from Facebook from the last podcast. It was 28-3. Y'all had to be. What?
It was
Y'all had to be.
28-3 the score. I guess he missed the part of my story where I was blacked out.
Oh, he's banned from Facebook.
Oh, no, his wife.
Your wife don't let you watch my podcast, bro. Come on.
Get the joint count, bro.
Are you kidding me? She won't let you watch my podcast? Shitty. Just break up with her, bro. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Don't leave your wife. Just joking. Never do that. I'm sure you're very happy. Does she know you're playing fantasy football too?
No.
For $200?
Bad news.
She didn't let you play for $100. I doubt she let you play for $200. Oh, my girlfriend just posted on my timeline. She said she's endgame.
That's not timeline.
Oh,
That's
my.
what Drunk Wizard said.
Oh, well, you put that you're endgame.
Yeah, look what Drunk Wizard said above me.
Joey's pretty smart, but you think he's predictable, but he's ahead of the game. Thank you, Drunk Wizard. Exactly.
And then I said I'm ending.
I'll let you think I'm dumb. Let me see what he said. No, when I said I'll fuck you up, Facebook banned me for being outside the standards.
Someone reported you?
So, he said he put I'll fuck you up, I guess, in my comments, and so Facebook banned him.
Someone reported you, bro?
Yeah, that wasn't me, man. I don't care if you cuss at me. That's hilarious. I can't believe you can't.
Hey, that happened to me too, remember? But somebody reported me for sure.
Yeah, he said that he was actually banned. I thought like his chick banned him, but he actually got banned. That's pretty hilarious. I remember Oscar used to go drinking with us before he got into his relationship.
Oh, yeah, sometimes.
No, man.
Sometimes. Oscar was like the ultimate flake.
He's
Show up.
super flake. Super
Yeah.
flake, Oscar. I'm glad that you're not really watching. I don't know how you're able to see it then if you're banned, or how you even know we're talking about it. What are you watching on your chick's account or what? How do you know what we're talking about and you're texting me? I want to figure that out. That's what I want to know. I remember one time me and Oscar, I don't know if you were a part of this group already or where you were at, but me and Oscar, we would go to Pirates Tavern when it opened up.
I went a couple times, but not.
We went when it was like popping. Like when it opened up, we went there like opening night, and we were going like those weekends. Like, hey, let's go to Pirates. They let me see it, but I can't post. Oh, okay, nice. Do you remember Pirates Tavern? Do you remember when we went there when the Spurs? We went there when the Spurs were playing Memphis. I was loud. Those games. Dude, that was awesome. I remember when he was there, he was like, shut the fuck up, you're fucking loud. I'm like, oh! I was like, fuck! We'd be yelling like no shame, right? Just watching TV, just yelling fuck out loud. I was one of those people at one point in time. But who wasn't into the Spurs game? I was so a true fan of the Spurs at that time. Like, just into it. Y'all called me remember you used to fucking talk shit and call me a fake Spurs fan?
You are, dude.
I'm not.
When's the last time we saw a game?
Bitch, that doesn't matter.
When's the last time we saw a game?
You know what? To be honest with you, yes.
Followed them?
To be honest with you, the last time I saw their game is when they were playing Denver in the playoffs. That was pre-COVID.
Pre-COVID.
Yes.
They haven't been to the playoffs for.
The last time they were in the playoffs is the last time I saw them.
So Kawhi, the last.
No.
The year they.
He wasn't there. It was the year following it when DeRozan was already there. And do you remember when what's his name, Derek White had that slam dunk on the Denver, and they're like owner of the Denver Nuggets, and it was like Derek White. That was the last time I watched their playoff game, and it was exciting. I was so excited about them.
See, I haven't watched them.
Not really.
They haven't been in the playoffs.
I'm still a Spurs fan. What do you mean?
But you haven't watched them.
Okay, I just haven't had time.
You were unemployed for 5 months.
I didn't have time, all right? I was doing other stuff, all right?
I'm a fucking true fan when they get back to the playoffs, bro.
Oscar said that you're a flake.
I am a flake.
Yeah, okay, see, well, that didn't work, Oscar. He's agreeing with you.
I'm a flake and an asshole. I always have been.
Not with me, I don't think so. Drive away rejects.
Lord.
Well, you know, I think Drive Away was a great experience for me. I liked Drive Away for the time that I was there.
Your liver didn't.
My liver didn't like it. That's where I met my side piece. But I had one. That's hilarious. We won't talk about names, but that's where my demise started, actually.
Alcazar and Josh.
Oh my god.
That's what did you did, dude.
Yeah.
You try to hang with Josh and Alcazar.
Alcazar?
Yeah. He fucked up Josh's life too. He just got out when he got the DUI.
Yeah.
Josh's car is literally held together with duct tape, like because he was hanging out with Jonathan.
Yeah.
Like he was another level of like drinking. He wasn't like party drinking. He was just like a whole nother level of like, I'm gonna fuck y'all up. And dude,
you know, he was a very Josh is fucking very susceptible to anything, right? Just he'll do whatever you tell him and all this kind of thing. Alcacer was a devil. He's a demon. He's a demon.
dude,
He will put you in the worst situation possible
just to watch it.
Just to see it unfold in your, you know,
He's
in
a
front
guy
of
that you'll be at a bar and be like, hey, go grab his wife's ass. Just to see
Yeah.
if he does any.
Hey, you know how you've been good for the last month and you've been trying to, you know, be right to your girl? Well, I brought your side chick over here and she's waiting for you. What are you going to do? She's hot and ready. And then you're just like, you know, just put you in temptation zone, rowdy.
You, that's why you got a DUI.
That's probably why, you know, that's probably why. Yeah, I mean, I was hanging out with him that night.
You told me too, and I was like, well, that's why, dude. That's why.
Oh, Josh just texted me. He said, he called me a bitch and he said, I forgot. You didn't remind me. Well, can you send him a link? I don't know how to send him a link. How do you send a link? I'm going to tell him, I'm still on, bro.
Oh, God. Dude, those were the fucking days.
Those were fun days, man. And I still go out with Josh here and there. It's not as much as we used to because we used to fucking party hard. Oscar, can you get Josh involved in this? Text him. I can't text him. I can talk to him if he says anything. I was supposed to go on YouTube and have this stream on Facebook and YouTube so I could get interaction, but I wasn't able to get that yet. Oh, look, there's a link. Now I gotta go get it from here. Send him a link. Where is it at? I like how we were talking about the 80s and 90s.
Oh, not anymore.
And all that drinking was in the 90s. 90s stories. Hold on. He said, you're not on YouTube. I'm gonna throw him off. He's gonna be like, I tell him, yeah, I am. Let's see here. I feel like an old man now, dude, when it comes to technology, and it's not even like that. Like I know how to use my phone, I know how to use a computer, but then like when I try to like do everything, I feel like I gotta find this feed and so I can copy that link and send it to him. What do you think of that beer, by the way?
That's pretty good.
It's not bad, right?
Yeah. For any of y'all listening, it's craft beer, so it's like hops and fermented in like goat's milk with organic.
You can see the comments, but not the rest. Fack. Are you talking about the Eminem song, Fack? Yes, 90s and early 2000s. Yeah. I think we, got off topic a little bit on that. Dollface streams. Joel, be nice. You gotta be nice. Austin beer. Yes, this is Austin beer. Austin beer, guys. I drank this last time too. You can't see it because the light is like right on the camera, and then not very coordinated. So Yeah. Anyway, that says thirsty goat.
Yeah, it's like I said, the hops are organic, and they're washed in like.
What's up, Patrick? Yeah, man, we'll play Call of Duty, bro. I'll add you. Send me your gamer tag, or you can you send me an invite. It's JRen2000. Easy gamer tag, JRen2000, just like the way I have it on here. So do it, add me, and then I'll accept the friend request when I get on. CS is going on topic now, but we are drunk. Well, I'm not gonna say we're drunk. If you're drunk, that's awesome. I can't get drunk, but you know.
Yeah, Joey's got to work tomorrow, and he's not used to it. He takes naps, guys.
I have to take naps, dude. You know what? I'm not used to it, and my feet hurt too. I've been crying about my feet hurting, dude.
Oh my god, dude, what are you like?
I'm gonna get some Dr. Scholl's.
You a fucking diner waitress, dude.
Dude, I'm gonna buy some Dr. Scholl's, bro. Some Raudio cushion like this thick shoe that when you step down, your foot like has to sink into it. Like,
just ask your boss, dude. Tell him you need those too.
That's a great story. All right, so I'm going to tell you guys an awesome story. So I just started working at this new location, and my first day was yesterday. Before my first day yesterday, on Tuesday, my manager asked me, and I've known him before because I've worked with him. He was like, okay, great. We've got everything done for your paperwork. I need you to come in tomorrow, which was Wednesday. And I told him that I couldn't start tomorrow. Now, this is a true story, you know, because I've been doing everything for my podcast and I haven't been working. I've been straight setting up everything. And since I've been home, I've gained weight. And all my work pants from before they don't fit. So I don't wear them anymore. I was going to wait till I get paid so I can go to the store and go buy some pants, right? On Fridays when I got paid, you know, get my check. And so he was like, you start work on Wednesday. And I was like, I can't start work Wednesday. And he was like, why not? Why can't you start work Wednesday? And I was like, you know, I gained some weight and none of my pants fit. I said, I don't have any pants to wear. And my stupid ass opened my mouth and I was like, unless you want to give me some money so I can buy pants, I'll show up tomorrow. Well, he pulls out $50 from his wallet and he was like, go buy some pants. And I was like, damn, shit, now I have no choice, but I gotta go. And he gave me money from his wallet so I could go buy pants so I can show up the next day. And I was like, damn. I was like, who would have thought that their manager would have given money to go buy some pants? Like, I just...
The lazy guy who didn't want to work until Friday?
Yeah, but who would give money? Like, I mean...
Well, I'm just saying, someone who knows you and knew that was kind of bullshit.
It wasn't a bullshit excuse. It was a legitimate. I didn't have any money to spend in pants because I still needed money to eat, and I wasn't working, so I wanted to have whatever money I had until Friday, till I got paid. Then I would have gone and go buy some pants.
You're the guy that when you call in, you do the fake voice. I can't come in today.
I don't know.
That's you.
I don't know.
Like, it's so cliche. Like, if you know Joey, you literally know that he was thinking of himself at the time, like, what's the most dumbest shit I can think of? Dumbest shit I can think of to make sure I don't have to come into work until Friday because I'm not ready to start work.
I gave a legitimate excuse.
You thought it was going to get you out of that. And it didn't. You fucking slapped your fucking face with cash like you were a stripper and sent your ass to go buy pants for work. Bro.
Dude, I was so surprised that he gave me the money. I mean, I was like, damn, well, I guess I gotta go buy pants.
I would laugh too when your first check has 50 deducted from it. Because that's how that works over there.
Nah, he ain't gonna get it like that. I have to straight up give him $50. Yeah, I wasn't give it to him. Tell him he ran out of lunch money. Hey, you know
what I told him? I told him, bro, tell him like, hey, I can't come because I don't have lunch money. I can't work these next 2 days.
You know, and what's the worst part? The next part of that story is that when I did show up on Wednesday to work, I was already like running on time, running close to running late. So I had my shirt untucked, right? Because before it wasn't an issue where I was at to have the shirt untucked. I went in and he's there and he's like, "Hey, tuck in your shirt." Well, I didn't have a belt, so I'm tucking in this shirt, and I can see him looking at me like, "God damn, this poor sorry motherfucker don't even have a belt." I didn't have enough money for a belt either.
The funny thing is, as you're telling me this story, right, all I'm thinking, like, this is fucking so Joey. So if someone would have just came to me and said, "Hey, this is what happened to this guy," and you know this guy, this is the story of what happened, like, you would have been, like, my first choice. Like, this happened to Joey, right? And they would have been like, "How did you know?" Because it's fucking Joey.
It's a typical thing.
Like,
that
only
I would do.
Joey would tell his boss, "I can't go to work because I can't afford to buy clothes for work."
Oh my god! And then when I go and see him later on in his office, a mutual friend that we worked with, that I worked with before with him, he was like, he knew it. You're right. You know, he was like a bullshit ass excuse, right? So when he comes in, he's like, "Hey, you know what Joey said? You know what this guy said? He said he was gonna come to work because he couldn't afford any pants." And I was like, just, and I was like, "Yeah." I mean, it was, and I'm like sitting there, like, kind of laughing but defending myself. I was like, "Well, yeah, I told you I didn't have any money." I said, "But I'm here, right? You gave me $50 for pants. I'm here." I said, "It's not like you gave it to myself to come in."
Please, sir, can I have some more?
Oh man,
it's like, dude, I gotta leave town. Like, I've got an obligation. Any adult reason.
I felt like that was a typical.
No, any adult reason.
That's a typical.
That's like, why aren't you dressed up for gym?
That's a typical excuse, though. Oh, my grandma's sick. That's a typical excuse. Typical. Well,
you got slapped at the face with non-typical and ended up at work.
It's whenever you have an excuse, it's gotta be abstract. It's gotta be different to be believable.
See, that's what I'm saying. Quit acting. Just I can't work till Friday. Why can't you work till Friday? Because I can't. I got an obligation right now. I got something I gotta do the next couple days. But I'm here Friday.
I just didn't like that response, because then I would be getting off on the wrong foot.
You can't get off more of a wrong foot. Like,
well, you know what?
I can't afford to work. Cause
that's a good one. Like, you feel bad for the guy. You're like,
pulled out $50.
You're
not only were you trying to get out of work, you became a charity case and trying to get out of work. So now, anytime you do something like, "Hey, like, dude, like,"
he might buy me lunch. He might feel bad for me.
That's what I'm saying. That's the ammo to hold over now. So it's like, "Hey, bro, I need these days off." What do you mean you need the days off? Remember that time I bought you pants? Dude, like, you might have been cliche, but you would have been the cliche call-in excuse why you can't start till Friday until the next person called in. Now, you're forever going to be the guy I had to buy pants for. And even when you're gone from there and they're hiring new guys, they're like, "Make sure you got the dress code. And if you can't, just let me know." I had this one employee who couldn't afford to work right away.
And I gave him money.
So I had to buy him pants. I had to buy him for him. I gave him cash.
I gave him cash, so I'll do it. I've done that guy. You want to talk to him?
I'll call him right now. I'll call him right now.
If you don't believe that's a true story, hold on, watch this, right, Gabi? Hey, you remember that time I bought you pants so you can show up to work? Yeah.
Hey, Joey, how come you wanted to start Friday instead of Tuesday? Or Wednesday? I'm sorry, how come you... What was that excuse again why you couldn't work for 2 days?
I had no money for pants.
My pants didn't fit. And I didn't have money for new ones.
Thank you.
Thank you, go back to work.
Just hang up on my ass, right? I'm just sitting there like...
Yeah. Dude, you gave the most Joey excuse of all time.
It's the greatest. You know what? I would say that if I had to do it all over again, I'd say it again.
Yeah.
Created the best story. It's a great story.
It's like, thank you for this.
Y'all got to hear it.
Thank you for this opportunity, sir. Can I have $50 for clothes?
I know you're doing me a favor, but I need one more favor from you.
I know I didn't apply here originally, and you called me because you knew I applied somewhere else. So I do want to thank you for not only calling me because I wasn't going to call you back, but now I need $50.
Can you help me? I need help. Best story ever.
Dude.
You'll remember that.
You're gonna be forever that person.
No, I won't. He'll always remember that story, but it won't be the story. I was always the guy who showed up late. And it still stuck with me. Because even after that, they're like, hey, you showed up on time, right? And I was like, yeah, 15 minutes early.
Yeah. That's never gonna top.
I'm not the guy they had to buy pants for.
Yes, you are.
I'm not that guy.
You're for life, dude.
No, I'm the...
It's like, think about it this way. Like, when Forrest Gump was in school.
It's more so on him than it is on me.
When Forrest Gump was in school, right?
Yeah.
He had the little knee braces and shit.
Okay.
And why do you talk stupid? Like, all that, right?
Yeah.
Now, do you think those kids he was on the school bus with that picked on him are like Forrest Gump? You mean the guy that ran across country and is a millionaire now? They're going to be like, oh, you're talking about that dumb kid with the knee braces. That's you.
Let me tell you something. Now, let me twist
What are you
the
going to
angle.
tell me? Stupid is what stupid does?
Jenny.
Joey.
No, look. So, the reason why I don't think it's that angle and I believe it's a different angle is because, look, he's going to want to make himself look good. It's not about me, it's about him. If I'm in his spot, I'm like, bro, if you need something, I got you. I had a guy come in here who couldn't afford pants to work here, and I gave him money.
I did. Let me introduce you to Joey.
Tell this guy what I did for you.
Matter of fact, do you have a knee? No. So if it comes back, Joey pants.
Wow. It's just like, come here, turn around, show him the tag.
Hey, pants. Come in here.
We call him pants.
We call him pants. Why do you call him? Well, let me tell you. Joey, show me your pants.
Wow. You know what? I'd be so pissed if someone started calling me pants at my work when I went back tomorrow. If someone called me pants at work, I'm gonna get into a fight. I'm gonna get fired.
Hey, can I talk to Pants? Who?
Pants.
His last
Renteria?
name is Renteria.
Wow. I swear to God, if someone says that, I want to lose my job in 3 days. I want to have to look for another job. I'm gonna be hella pissed. I'm like, oh, people got jokes, right? Oh my God, let's see what the comments are saying. Show us the pants. I can't show you the pants. They're in the dirty clothes already. Why this word was broken? Added you on fart knife. Nice. Fart knife. Are you guys having a conversation about not even the podcast? I had a conversation about not the podcast on my podcast. Well, that's great though. That's cool. Let's see. Lay the smack down. Yeah, do not play with J-Rent. Yeah, see, I got people on my side. Don't call me pants. I'm gonna. You know what? How about you? Hey guys, just so you know, this guy right here, he's the one who made my logos for me, my J-Rent 2000 characters. This is the artist right here. This guy's a good artist, very good artist. So he made all my characters that I have. I wanted to say what was it? Is it characters, right?
Yeah.
All my cartoons that I have, this guy made them. You should make one of a pants for me.
I'm gonna put you in new pants.
Make one.
You're gonna be like, showing me ass. Look at my pants.
Make it for me. Come on.
Like,
and don't charge me all the money either.
I'm gonna make you like all night at the Roxbury. Like, you like this? How about to look at this?
If you can make me a character where it's like displays pants, like showing out pants, I'll post it on my page as like Pants Renteria. I'll do it because I pay for it, but I'll be happy to put it.
So, some pants.
Put like a little tag on it, and then have like the tag, you know, like it said $50. Dude, that's hilarious, man. I do not regret it.
That is the most Joey story of all stories right now.
I have great stories.
Yeah, I know, but that's right in line with them.
And I don't agree with the way you said I eat either. You said I ate like a fucking caveman.
No,
I do not.
I didn't.
He
say
said
caveman.
I eat like this.
You eat like a toddler.
He says I eat like this. Like I hold this spoon
You do.
right here. I do not eat like that.
Hold on.
You know what? I was eating yesterday.
You consciously
I was
differently.
No, you know what? I was eating, and
how did you hold it?
I was like this. I was.
Oh, you held it with your whole hand?
No. I know how to hold a spoon.
How do you hold it?
I know, and I don't crouch over like this.
No. I said you do everything but that.
I eat.
You lean in to your food, and you hold it like a shovel.
I don't. I swear to God.
You like if you had a bowl of cereal or rice, you dig into it like people dig in the dirt. Like you in up and shovel it in.
That's a lie,
dude.
It's not true.
Oscar, if you're still listening, tell me I'm right that Joey eats like a toddler.
He's not listening. He'll watch it later on, but it's not true.
It is true.
It's not true. Liz agrees with you because she'll agree with anything that's negative.
How do you hold
me.
the food? Show it in your hand right now for the world to see. Exactly. So use your whole hand.
No, I don't.
Use your whole hand.
I hold it right.
No,
I'm gonna go get a spoon. And I'm gonna show you how.
You're gonna hold it like this.
I'm not.
You hold it with your hand.
I'm not. Remember when I told you? Look.
I said you were being paranoid.
Oh, she thinks I was.
Yeah.
I was being paranoid.
I said you was. He's like, oh God.
You're trying consciously like.
No, I know how to use a fork and a knife too as well.
How do you hold it? So
it looks weird on camera now. It looks like I'm going like this.
So I hold a fork when I cut with a knife.
Yes,
like
yeah,
this.
You know,
no, you just said it like this.
No, you can't see my fingers on camera.
I can see them right now.
Yeah, but it's because I can't think of it how I'm holding it when I.
You don't have to think. You just do. You have to think because you know you hold it.
Somebody get me a spoon or fork. Sorry, that was me pretending that I was talking to somebody in that direction.
Who the fuck is over there?
You're gonna get PTSD.
I ran out of crown.
You ran out of Crown?
Yeah.
Oh my God, are you really drinking that? Yeah, no. No. I admit though, I eat really fast. Like it could be perfect for.
You eat like a toddler.
What do you mean I like a toddler? Toddlers don't eat quick. Have you seen a toddler eat? They fucking take forever to
I'm
eat.
not saying the speed of what you eat. I'm saying the way of what you eat.
Lies. I know. It's not true.
You
Don't
get like
know.
really focused too. You're not much for dinner conversation either.
No, I want to eat.
Because you tilt the head down.
When I have some food in front of me, I'm all about finishing what I have.
What are you? Like a dog?
No, I mean I can conversate
Like
when
most
I
people
eat.
want to go. No, you can't. You can't.
Yes, I can. I do it all the time. Oh no, you know what? It's a lie because I had ordered food from McDonald's today, and I was like, I'm gonna call you back because I'm gonna eat. Who eats and talks anyway?
A lot of people do
Face to face, but not on the phone.
Dude, I've had lunch with you face to face. You're not much for dinner conversation.
That's not true.
Dude.
Now we're just teaming up on Rancheria.
No. Dude, you eat like you hold the spoon like a toddler, like you grab it. Like there's no way. Not only am I not gonna drop this spoon, but you're not gonna fucking grab it from me either.
I'm anti-dinner table etiquette.
Yeah.
Wow.
You
All
can't
right.
like multitask.
Everybody's got to get out of here now.
You can't have a conversation and eat at the same time.
I'm gonna have to eat a bowl of cereal when I'm on the next podcast, so you can see it. Everybody can see it. You see, I can eat normal.
Yeah, you won't sit like that. You'll sit like this.
I'll probably sit like this.
Sorry, holding your spoon.
Normal?
Like this?
No! Look at my fingers!
Dude.
It doesn't look like a caveman. I'm not holding it with, like... You act like I'm holding it like this. I'm not holding it like
Just
this.
because you don't hold it tight don't mean you don't hold it like that.
I don't hold it like this. So, like, if this was a spoon, I'm eating like this. Like,
No, you don't eat like that.
yes, I do.
You do not eat like that.
I eat like this. So if I'm sitting down, I'm eating some food.
I've seen you eat.
I'm
You
sitting
do
down
not
eating
hold
some
a
food
fork
up like this. I don't hold a fork like that. I'm holding a spoon.
How do you hold a fork?
The same
Why
way.
would you hold a fork different from a
Okay,
spoon?
I don't. It's the same way. So I hold a fork just like this, right?
No.
So if
You don't even,
I'm thinking.
you don't even know.
I'm thinking because now you're confusing me.
Why would you have to think?
I don't.
Dude, I picked up
I don't
like this.
think.
Here you go.
I don't think about it. But now that you're making me think about it, now I'm like, wait, do I? Now you're questioning
Yeah, because
me.
when you don't think about it, you grab it like this.
No, I don't. I hold it normal like this. Fork or spoon, same way with
How
my
do you hold a
fingers.
pencil?
Same way. Yeah, see, you're trying to get me there. You didn't get me. I
How do
know
you
it's
hold a pencil.
the same way.
No. You don't eat that way.
I can't argue.
These
You
are
just-
lies.
I'm gonna have someone record me. I'm gonna put a camera in my kitchen one day and just be like, "Look, bro, I wasn't even thinking about eating. I was just eating.
No.
The proof is in the pudding."
Uh-uh.
Where's your girlfriend? Dude, I can't believe we've been streaming for so long. Oh my god.
Oh shit, it's late.
Yeah, but we have 5 viewers, so we've been at it a little bit for a minute, and then I gotta post this on YouTube, so that way everybody can catch it later, and all my other buddies that don't have Facebook can watch it. Oh, Alka-Seltzer was a soul taker. Can you call us? Can I call you? What does it mean, call you? He wants me to call him?
Who?
Oscar. I told Oscar to be on the podcast, but he doesn't want to show up now because he got all fucking butthurt. You know, I wanted Oscar to be on my. I already told you this. I wanted him to do fantasy football with me. He would have been on more than one time. He would have been on for weeks. You know, he would have been a part of it, like almost more of a co-host because we would have. He said an hour ago. Yeah, it's not an hour ago. He would have been on more, and we could have been talking about fantasy football because I want to talk about fantasy football.
Oscar's complicated, bro.
He acted like a little girl.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna have him do more of the podcast with me than anybody because it would have been a whole season of football talking about who did what in week 1, week 2, week 3. But he was like, "I'm gonna be the first in your fantasy year," and I was like, "Dude, you're like not even the first. I already done 4 without you. What the fuck are you talking about?" But he still hasn't got back to me, and I'll message him, and I don't know what his deal is, so I'm gonna have to find a replacement for him for fantasy football. So.
Dude, I'm not even ready. I haven't done any research on who.
Oh, that's a beauty part. You don't have to. You just pick. You just go to that list that they give you, that has the top choices, and you just pick all the top choices and the names that you know. And see what happens.
Oh, God.
You're like, who's number 1? Okay, I want that guy. And then you play with them, and then you just watch it manifest through the season, and you watch all the games. Because when you play fantasy football, you have to watch all the games. You have to. I don't think ever since I started doing fantasy football, when we started doing it, I watch every Sunday game. Every Sunday game I watch. My Sundays are dead.
Yeah.
My Sundays are dead. I'm not doing anything Sunday but watching
Or if I
football.
leave, I'm like glued to my phone on the OD.
Yeah. Dude, if there's one pass, if someone catches one ball, I'm updating my phone. I'm like, oh, he just threw for 5 yards. What does that do to my score? And you already know it's 0.5. It ain't going to go up 20 points, but you want to see it on paper, or on phone to see what it looks like for it. It's addicting. Oh, Oscar wants to know how your back is.
Oh, I'm good.
Yeah, he's good now. His back don't hurt.
I'm good. I was fucked up for a minute.
How fucked up were you? When you say fucked up, I just feel like
Like,
you're
I didn't
wondering.
get off the sofa for like 2 weeks straight.
I just feel like
Like,
you're exaggerating.
no. Like, literally, I was like pissing in a bucket. And if like, Vicodin and shit doesn't like stop you up, like, I didn't know what the fuck I was going to do.
Why are you always getting fucked up?
Dude, I don't know what happened. I was literally sitting in a dining chair on the computer, like, for long hours. So don't sit in a dining chair for like 6 to 8 hours a day, because that shit fucked me up. And I thought I was gonna need surgery. No lie.
You're how, 40? What? 42?
42. So like,
Fuck.
yeah, lumbar support and like computer chairs, like, yeah, they're important.
God, damn, you breaking down and shit.
Dude, I lost I lost fucking 30 pounds.
Yeah, you know what? You don't look as
No,
hefty.
I lost 30 fucking pounds because I couldn't do nothing. But like my calf, the muscle like deteriorated. So like this is the first week that I've been able to walk without pain. Because like if I would have like slapped my calf muscle, like it literally like you ever seen like when people lose a lot of weight and they got that arm flab, like you could like flap it and my calf would just. I couldn't flex it. If I flex it, nothing happened.
Ew.
Yeah, it like within 2 to 3 weeks, like my calf like muscle was gone.
That's wild.
Yeah, so like if I walked, it would hurt. I couldn't walk like one block. If I walked in the HEV, by the time I had to get a basket and lean on it because like one trip up one aisle, like I was done. I couldn't walk anymore.
Dude,
it was fucked up.
It's not amazing. I'm gonna use the word amazing, and it's not amazing, but it's wild to see like when you get to a certain age, like the realities of like kind of things that break down, the things that are you're not used to happening to you.
Dude, like for real, like when I would watch like Ginobili play in his last few years,
yeah,
like I could see what he thought he could do.
That's funny to me.
Wouldn't let him. Like I could see it. I knew what he was trying to do because I'd watched him his whole career.
His Euro step.
Yeah, I could watch all the shit that he wanted to do, and I could see where it just wasn't there anymore. And I'm like, "Fuck, I know what that feels like."
Yeah, that's wild, man. And by the way, Ginobili is a fucking legend. He's always been my favorite player, and my dog is named after him in honor of Manu Ginobili. His name is Manu. Or his name's Ginobili, but I call him Manu, just like the greatest player. Dude, he is so underrated. If he would have played like for the Lakers or the Bulls, he would be one of the top guys.
In the NBA, he's underrated.
Yes,
but worldwide, like he's a fucking legend.
He is. In Argentina, he's a legend. You know what? And he even had a winning basket for Argentina when they won gold. Amazing, just amazing.
They had to the gold medal game.
Right. They had that one game where it was like 2 seconds left, right? And he had they threw the ball to somebody and they threw it to Manu Ginobili, and he like threw it up with 2 seconds, right? And they hit the backboard and went in to win it by 1 point for fucking gold, dude. 1 point behind with 2 seconds left to win it for gold.
He's a Hall of Famer, like no doubt.
Absolutely. Anybody who says he's not a Hall of Famer is ridiculous.
Yeah,
he was so good though. Like I mean, his shots, his layups. I mean, if he played for a major league team, like when I made,
he would have started on any team.
He would have been a starter on any team. But if
he would have averaged over 20 points a game.
If he would have played for the Lakers or the Bulls, he would have been they would have considered him like a legend, like one of the greatest players to play the game. I guarantee it. If he would have played for the Lakers, he would have gotten so much hype being on by himself. He would have, I swear to God.
Not the Lakers and then not the Bulls. He would have played for the Knicks or the Heat or somebody. Yeah.
Nah, I think the Lakers. Maybe not the Bulls.
The Bulls, you gotta be Michael's the 2 guard. And then the Lakers, they had Kobe.
Well, look at Derrick Rose. I mean,
yeah, but what I'm saying, he's not anywhere in their upper echelon of talent. Like it's
Manu Ginobili, in my opinion, was better than Derrick Rose.
Well, yeah. But it's not who you got to be better than to be like one of the best. He'd have to be better than Michael.
I'm going to say this, and no one will agree with me, but I think Manu Ginobili had Kobe Bryant skill.
He had talent, but he was not Kobe.
Well, and of course he wasn't.
For the same reason like LeBron will never be Jordan.
I just think because of where he played here in San Antonio, that he doesn't get that Kobe.
He never would have been Kobe.
Dude, he had so many great plays. I mean, just so many great plays.
He was amazing. But it's just something about that mentality. And Jordan had that. To where, like, if, like, Ginobili knew it was a game. And if Ginobili fouled Dirk Nowitzki and cost him the series.
You either won with Manu Ginobili or you lost.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, but he knew that.
Yeah.
He knew, hey, you take some, you lose some, you win some. We'll come back next year stronger.
Mm-hmm.
But he'll go on vacation with his family and have a good time.
Yeah.
Had Kobe done that, Kobe would have been the next day in the gym and said, "We can't go on vacation. We can't do nothing because I got to work nonstop." And Jordan was the same way, and he would have had that chip on his shoulder. Whereas Ginobili was like, you take the good with the bad, and you just let your talent do what it does.
No, yeah,
and that's where Kobe and Michael were just
different.
Dude, they just work different. Like Jordan fucking aired out the coach that cut him in high school because he kept that as motivation. Like Jordan was like, dude, like when you watched it, he go play the penny games on the Bulls playing. Like he played for fucking $5-10, and he was like, well, we only do the penny games. Why do you want it? Because I want that money too. Like I want their money. I already got their money. I want y'all's money now.
Yeah.
Jordan's somebody you can't go play golf for fun. He wants to fucking bet.
Yeah, he's
everything's
super competitive.
Kobe was the same way. Everything was a fucking. If you're not training to win, then get the fuck off. Like I don't want you.
Right.
And Ginobili knew it was a game, it was a career, but there was life outside of it.
Right.
And Kobe and Jordan didn't have a life outside of competition.
You know what? I didn't look at in that.
But that's why Jordan, LeBron is top. Whatever he does, he'll never be better than Michael.
Of course not. Of course not. And he does
it's
not.
That reason.
He does not get
more talented. He's more talented than Michael Jordan, but he doesn't have that mentality. He's got other interests. Jordan's only interest was kicking someone's ass on the basketball court.
Yeah.
Like you beat me, it doesn't mean I got to get more people on my team. Yeah. I gotta get better. I gotta beat you.
Yeah, that's right.
That was different.
I didn't take that part into consideration.
But he's hands down, like talent wise, like he's the one that brought the Euro step. Everyone wants to give it to James Harden. Fuck all that.
They know it's not James Harden.
No,
it's obviously Ginobili.
But he's better because I mean, you put like James Harden, like who's the one that's like James Harden couldn't beat Ginobili with no one else on the team. Like,
of course not.
Sucks.
If you gave me Ginobili in his prime and Harden in his prime, you know it's gonna be Ginobili for sure. Because Ginobili in his prime, dude, he used to fucking remember when he used to drive to the lane and he would just dunk on people. He would fucking.
Well, he almost took the 07 title, the MVP. He was so good in the first.
Yeah,
was it 07? No, that was Tony Parker. 05. Was it 05?
No, you're Detroit. Yeah.
Like the first two games, like
beast.
He dominated those two games.
Beast.
But Tim Duncan actually took over towards the end and edged him out. But that's when they had the Manu, Obi-Wan Ginobili.
Yeah,
that's when all that shit was out there.
That series, the Detroit series, is my favorite out of all of them.
I love the Miami one.
I did too, but the Spurs, the trio were in their prime in Detroit, and they were already like at the end of their prime. Now they came back strong, and they had the help of Kawhi that helped them get that title. It was Kawhi that helped them get that title because obviously he made a big difference. Yeah. We didn't even see until afterwards.
Well, no, he did it. He mainly did it with his defense, but offensively he came alive too, and honestly could have won the MVP for that, which he did when he
did
for that one.
He did.
He was a huge reason for it, but it's different that like you were also the fourth option on the team, and no one was looking at you as the offensive stop, but you were.
He had it, and Leonard had a good shot. He has a good shot.
Yeah, thanks to Spurs for it, asshole.
Fucking bastard, right?
Him. Oh, what it did show is that like he's not what he thought he was.
Why?
He's not a number one.
He won in Toronto
with Kyle Lowry, and he played an injured. He came out the East, which isn't hard to do, and they played an injured Golden State team. They would not have beat Golden State with KD on the floor.
I mean, he's still looked at as a top player.
He is, but what happened the last two seasons? He can't even finish this. He can't even finish the series.
He's still hurt, right?
So he says. Well,
so what's up with that?
He said he was hurt in San Antonio too.
Maybe he's really hurt.
Could be.
I don't know. I still don't appreciate the whole San Antonio thing, and I'm just like anybody else that don't like Kawhi Leonard. Like, fuck that guy. Damn, we tried. The Spurs tried everything in their power to keep him to stay.
I just think they showed him. He just showed San Antonio like who he was, and now people are actually seeing it.
Right.
So it is what it is.
I mean,
but
people.
I don't even hate on that because if you think about it, they got DeRozan for it. They got Jakob Portal,
Mm.
and they got the draft pick, which got Keldon Johnson, who is now in the Olympics.
Is he even any good? I hear a lot of.
Yeah,
Negative.
He's actually really good.
I hear like a lot of bad.
No, dude, he was probably their second best player behind Derek White this last year.
Mm.
Like he's really good. The thing is that we got him. We got Portal, who's starting.
Mm.
And he's decent. He's not all that, but he's decent. We got DeRozan. We just turned around and traded DeRozan for 2 expiring contracts and 3 draft picks. So what are they going to do with that? Package it in and end up getting, let's say they trade and get like someone like Ben Simmons or whatever. So now we got Keldon Johnson, Portal, and say they get it like a Ben Simmons with all that trade value.
Mm.
All that for Kawhi, and he's not even in Toronto. Like, who won the trade?
I guess, yeah. I don't know. I mean, we kind of gone downhill. I think the Spurs have.
Yeah, dude. Because think about it, like they had a plan,
Mm.
and that plan was Kawhi's going to be our guy. We're going to build around him. And he fucking threw a wrench. But where were we? Up 22 before Kawhi goes out on Game 1 of the Golden State series.
We would have won the series,
Right.
We don't want to say we probably would have won the championship that year,
Right. So they had what they built on. So now he throws a wrench, and we're supposed to like, oh yeah, now we're gonna fix this and go this way.
Yeah.
They got the best they could out of the deal.
Do you remember when there was a point when we thought we could actually get LeBron James with Kawhi Leonard? Like if we brought it.
I
Do you
thought
remember that?
I thought he might actually consider it just due to the fact that like the only thing that set him apart from like Kobe and Michael and all these was the coach. I thought
Yeah.
he'd actually come and get coached.
I remember we had this crazy, stupid idea in our head that maybe if we get LeBron, Kawhi would stay.
I thought he would because it's. I mean, in all honesty, he's in LA for what? You're never gonna live up to Kobe.
He's in his hometown. He's from LA, isn't he?
No,
He's from
he's
San Diego.
Ohio.
No,
Kawhi.
Kawhi Leonard. Yeah.
Oh, Kawhi's from Cali, but
Yeah.
dude, all it showed was that all that bullshit he did was with the fact he left Toronto. All it shows, all the bullshit he pulled in San Antonio was to end up in LA to begin with. Like he was going there regardless. It didn't fucking matter if San Antonio kissed his ass and did this and did that because Toronto was willing to do it for him.
Yeah.
He had all the love in Toronto. And he
Of course. Well, of course, especially after winning the title.
chunked the deuce and like
He wanted to go to LA.
he wanted to be in LA. So I was like, well, that's when he went to LA and chose him over Toronto. I was like, well, that's what it was all about to begin with.
He wanted
All
to
the
go there.
bullshit was because he wanted to go.
We just had him for 1 year, and we traded him off, right? That's what it
What?
was? Yeah.
No, we had him for like 3 or 4.
What I'm saying is that he didn't want... We traded him because we still had him contract for 1
What?
year. But he was not willing to play is what it was, right?
He wasn't. He could have played more than likely. The problem is that if we didn't trade him the year before,
Mhm.
like everyone knew he was going to leave anyway.
Yeah, after that 1
So
year.
why would they offer anything? Like we could have even got DeRozan next year.
Right.
They would have just said, "Fuck it, we'll wait for him and get him on our own."
Well, it didn't matter. I don't like... I'm not a big fan of DeRozan anyway.
Yeah, I could tell because he stopped watching games.
He fucking killed it for me. Anyway, dude, we've been
No.
trying it up forever. It's gonna be fucking almost 3 hours if we keep going. But
we'll end it out. We'll
hey,
do another
man,
one.
yeah, absolutely. You know, come back and
We don't even have time.
we'll talk
This
about-
bullshit.
we'll talk about 2000s to 2010
Dude,
and
don't
then
even
talk
have
about
topics, bro. Just talk shit. It's all good.
yeah, it's better conversation. I guess that's how they all manifest, though. And I guess whenever you do the podcast, you say, hey, "I'm gonna talk about this," and you go off.
Yeah.
Actually, that's only happened this one, because the other one was a no topic podcast, and then this one turned into talking about the 80s and 90s, and then
It just went off.
and then we lost it. We lost it completely, you know. But all right, well, everybody, thank you for showing up. We are gonna get off, and this is Gabe. This is my artist, my digital graphics designer. You know, if you need any work done, he won't do it for you probably. And if he does, it'll be a while, so you got to wait for it. But you know what? Maybe if you make me a pants one, I'll put it on there. Pants Rancheria. It's gotta have the fit. I kind of almost want it now with the little price tag that says $50 on there.
I'll have to fuck with it. I'll have to fuck around.
Oh man, hell yeah. Let me see. I got to make sure that we're all set here, and we are. All right, guys. We'll see y'all later. All right, cool. Take it easy, guys.